go live, because I think we've been sitting here long enough. Is that working? Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to do this other thing first. Damn it. I forgot to.
You got to fix the thing.
I'll fix it. Damn it. Alright, we'll be back in a second. Yar! Welcome! Welcome once again. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Don't worry about that. We're listening to stories. And of course, our story, at least this one, comes to a conclusion. The Island of Empty Eyes has done much wonders to our group of pirates, but has thrust them onto a scale that could be considered global. Now, they have seats on the council. This means powers within the shackle. But what will this powers lead to them? What does the future hold? Well, those are tales for another time. But if you're ready for the end of this story, sit down one last time. Relax. The night grows cold and long. It's time to end our tale. For now. And enjoy one more round of rum. Alright, okay, let me just do things here. Look, it's been a long day. I could probably, I'd say I could use a drink, but that's a quoting a video game or something. It's been a long day. No, I could use a drink. Was that Neverwinter Nights? I don't know. Or Skyrim or something?
Sounds like a Skyrim.
What's the one? Sorry, I'm busy looking at my spell list.
It's been a long day. No, I could use a drink.
I don't know, literally every fantasy game that's ever been made.
I was about to say, that's literally every, guard in fantasy in history.
I think it was a random person in a bar, but yes, there's so many that I agree that it's there's too many to be which one is this? I don't know. I just remember
did you take an arrow to the knee?
No, that's something else entirely.
Did someone steal your speed roll?
Maybe.
I will steal your heart and use it like a Daedra.
You're fucked up.
I mean, I never said I wasn't being fucked up. What is our... Are we doing anything today that's mission-wise that I need to prepare my spell list for?
I'm going to say that is up to you folks.
I think we are just talking to people.
Right now, my plan is to just talk to people, depending on how long all these conversations go, which I have a bunch of conversations that you folks will having, but also, if you want to talk with any of the people that are visiting from your guest list, you will have to let me know. So what I'm going to do is I am going to kind of do this in an order that is really nice. I will then first have a... if there's any group conversations from the guest list, we'll start with that, and then I'm going to rotate basically counterclockwise through the group, kind of how I do at the end of the show, through everybody, and if they have any suggestions for conversations. These are not going to be temporally. I'm just trying to give everybody a chance to start conversations that are important to have to kind of wrap up the season and any kind of character development or there are some important developments with probably some of your guests that relate to the story. But you're going to catch them all before they go. So, we'll start with one of them. This is going to be everything is cleaned up. Your 3 pirate lords have left. But they have said that they are going to support full seats on the table for basically Yaalkol and his top 4 officers. That they believe your strength is as a team, not individually. And that you've proven it to be great.
Good call, because
Yaalkol
should not be trusted to rule alone.
About 3 out of 5 of us are gone. I'm including the wizard in this, okay?
Hey, whoa. Okay, you're not wrong, but Jesus, that hurt.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Hey, I was being real, okay?
Actually
I'm there, Yaalkol's there, and you're there, okay? Chester hasn't done enough stuff to prove to be smart or dumb, and Misty's the only one that's reasonable.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sadly that is true.
I'm just spitting the facts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like fact. No, I love that.
Well, listen, facts don't care about your feelings, okay?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so, for a group conversation, where do you want to start? You have a nice guest list.
We have a guest list of guests that some people needed to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have anyone on the guest list that I need to talk to. So.
I would say, as a group,
Maybe Tessa?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Probably Tessa sounds like the big group one that you'd have to talk to.
Because we should definitely tell her about, Harrigan directly working with Chelix.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's trustworthy.
Yeah. Okay. Certainly you can catch up with Tessa. She will plan for you to meet her on her ship, which I would have to remember the name of her ship. I can look that up.
We don't need to know her ship.
Kinda
She's
do.
only like an
Like
important
pretty
person in the
important or
Shackles.
something.
She's only like
Yeah.
one of the most powerful people in the Shackles and is the ruler of Quen.
Yeah. Oh, Luck of the Draw. There we go. Found her ship's name.
Luck of the
Yeah.
Note to self, don't sink Luck of the Draw.
Pretty
Oh,
fucked up.
I forgot she was a half elf.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Oh, well, there's a lot of half elves in this party.
Oh God. Oh, I know why she's well connected with the sacred prostitutes. Because apparently her mother was a sacred prostitute.
Good for her,
Hey, she's
Gotta make
No,
a living
in a different location, Absalom, but still, it's the same religion. So.
Hey, look, all right. No one's judging.
Yeah. Daddy was a sailor, Mom was a sacred prostitute.
Tale is all this time.
Goddamn. Look, the backstories of some of these characters are just so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I mean, it fits in a pirate game, but they're just...
Hey, what do you mean? My backstory is like, all right,
You've got
I get like
normal,
touched
he
by
becomes a pirate.
sea monsters, okay?
Mhm.
And my mom and dad are just chill half elves. I assume they're both half.
Yeah.
Nobody like who's mentally balanced and normal is like, yeah, let me go on the sea and pillage.
You don't do adventures as like normal people. Fun fact,
Yeah.
they work like the farms.
So she'll invite you into her main quarters in Luck of the Draw, the captain's quarters, and be like, as preparing to depart, is there something you need to discuss with me? It seems I chose your group well. Your success at gaining favor with the council, and more than one seat, screams your strength.
Yeah. So we've been worried about the Chelixians, of course, right?
Of course.
And we have uncovered reliable information that Harrigan has made a deal with Chelix to help them invade the Shackles. In return, he would become, I guess, the Hurricane King.
Do you have evidence of this?
Nothing that we could use to show the Pirate Council. It wouldn't be strong enough. We are in the workings to find a reliable evidence.
Barnabas Harrigan is notorious for attacking Chelaxian ships. The thing is, there's evidence that he actually does attack and burn them. So this counteracts this.
There are many factions within Shackles. He could be working with one of them.
I'll try to look into it a little bit, see if there's any kind of information. If he's working with one faction, that might not mean he would be completely complicit in something going on. But it would also mean that depending on if there is some form of invasion, attack, or more subterfuge, whatever faction is behind it, that'd be important to know, whether or not he'd be involved or not.
We have a an expert spy working on it to help us gather.
Welcome, new citizen of the Empire.
All right.
Figured we should tell you, because this is worrisome.
Honestly, the list you gave of pirates that seem to be susceptible to them screams that there are more than one. I'm worrying that they may have even gotten into members of the Pirate Council you're getting into.
Yeah.
It's likely.
So
I'd say that's probably going to be the case. There's going to be at least one person collaborating.
And that's the problem. Collaborators could be anywhere.
Well, if Harrigan has been promised the rulership of the Shackles after Chelix conquers it, do you think he's going to be betrayed by them? Wouldn't a member of the council be easier to rule the Shackles? I don't know the Chelix way of
Myste,
thought.
do you think that any Chelaxian would live up to a deal with a pirate from the Shackles?
No.
And I think that's the problem.
But then why would Harrigan make a deal?
'Cause
I guess he probably thinks he can make gain out of it anyway.
Everything we
he's
have is
immortal.
hearsay currently. We need more information. But
There-
one thing is for certain, Shackles is coming.
His attacks on other Chelaxian ships, if you're correct that maybe he's targeting different factions, that could mean that he has some kind of influence over Chelix politics that he could use to manipulate it. But we don't know how strong that would be. Or it could be nothing, that he's just overconfident in his deal, in his own strength. We don't know. And there's so much information we're missing.
Well, there's something I can give that could perhaps help. I have a set of eyes and ears in Shackles that can send warning. But
That'd be good. I'll help look into things. The next meeting of the Pirate Lords is coming up in about a month's time. You will be expected to join as new members. There are some things that I'm curious as to how they're going to pan out. The fact is that you have multiple seats now, certainly because you've won over myself, the Master of Gales, and 3 other prominent members of the Council. But we aren't the only members, the 5 of us. We have enough sway to basically give this permission. But some of the members might be more hesitant. Not because your votes might not matter, especially if you've seemingly proven yourselves, but because, especially in the next meeting, a lot of the decisions will be based around you. You are new. Certain politics have to be discussed with new members of the council, especially because you are one faction. But you are one faction that now has 5 votes. The thing that we could be hopefully thankful on is that our illustrious Hurricane King tends to not care for the red tape in issues like that. And hopefully, he will just don't care. But you might also have to, honestly, either grease the wheels or convince some of the other members of the council. You'll have your opportunities, but be ready for them. Chelexian spies will be brought up at this next meeting. So if you can put together anything before then, I'll do my best to put some more together. The evidence I've presented before has been put off. It hasn't been strong enough. But if we can find a little bit more strength in information to back up what we already have, we might be able to prevent a vote from putting off discussing it.
Got it.
Will my previous loyalties be an issue with this council?
No. You should know that there is already another former Chilaxian on the council, Arvex Endymion.
That is one of my concerns, Gun.
Aranax may or may not bring that up with you. As a former Chilaxian himself, he might be understanding, but he also might suspect. Depends on how much Chelik spies have been bothering him, probably. Is there anything else that needs to be discussed then?
I don't think so. We got a month to get some solid proof. That's enough time.
Hopefully it will be. These meetings usually happen once a month. But because you're joining and we effectively put off a meeting, there'll be one happening soon. You're not expected to join that one. So, clean up, prepare, and be ready for your grand entrance into politics. I hope you'll all be ready. That's right, Damien. They're not all politicians.
Yeah.
Politics.
Yeah. Okay.
Got the most charismatic party for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty charismatic.
I have a 12. I'm more charismatic than the average person.
Mm-hmm. That's
I have a
true.
Christmas bar.
Yeah.
My dress makes me very charismatic.
Yaalkol is the most charismatic, as we all know.
My headband has made me not deficient.
Yeah.
Actually, I am barely deficient.
You're 9. You're at
I'm
9.
a 9. With the headband.
It means you're only a little bit awkward.
Without the headband.
You're still, within the range of normal people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit,
Okay.
most pirate lords, they're a mixed bag when it comes to being actually good politicians, but they're still working on politics.
It's almost like they're pirates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
It's why it's
I've been-
acceptable the
Sounds
fact
like-
that dude went wild
Yeah.
at my party, and we just are like cool with that
Almost
because we're
like-
pirates.
You know, the real life equivalent of a pirate council failed horribly.
Mm-hmm.
True. And it's almost like this one is like holding on by like strings, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier to hold things together if magic.
True.
And some kind of people that want to try to wipe you out, make you basically
Yeah, true.
getting together a lot of times.
The
And
unifying
you actually
enemy.
have a reasonable chance of beating them back.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike in real life against the British.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did we want to tell our little friends that he needs to get us something within that we can do in a month before the council meeting?
We can. We should probably talk to him about that at some point.
I can message him real quick. 25 words.
If you
Well,
want to do that.
why don't we hold off on that message, because
Yeah.
I was going to rotate through. We'll put that
Okay.
on the list of people.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. Is there a conversation you want to bring to the forefront during this time period as people are getting ready to leave and set sail and things are calming down at the fortress?
No, I think I'll wait for my thing after the guests are gone.
Okay.
For now, I'm probably just saying goodbye to guests.
Mm-hmm. Jacob, any conversations you want to have?
Yeah, so I guess Jacob would want to, once we're done talking with Tessa, I
Mhm.
guess kind of approach Yaalkol and the rest of the party, and just kind of like just walk up to you guys and start off with say, hey guys, there's I don't really talk about myself. And I don't really like to ask for a lot of favors, except for saving my life and helping me understand magic and maybe giving me a home and friends. But that given, I just wanted to thank you guys for all the time y'all have given me the past couple of months. And I'm sure it wasn't easy to accept a rando that had a drinker problem that was kind of broke. So thanks. He'll kind of just look at you guys, like, kind of awkward.
I'll wait for Yaalkol to say something.
You know that stuff isn't like a favor, right? We're paying you. You do a job and you have room and board and
Shut
like.
up, Yaalkol. No, stop. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna go like hug him like a bro or something. Huh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're important and whatever. Like we care about you.
Captain. I think what the captain is trying to say is you are a valued friend
And
to
member
everyone
of
here.
the crew.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't say that at all. You said, yeah, we pay you, shut the fuck up, loser. That's what you said, Yaalkol. That's what came out of your mouth.
It didn't sound like that when I said it though. Like
You
I don't
said,
like
not,
that
you said,
part. Like I say words and you guys just like don't understand what I'm saying. It's really frustrating.
Yaalkol, we checked the notebook. Yaalkol, open your notebook. Page 87.
He opens the notebook. He actually pulls out a tattered notebook from his jacket. It's one of the few things he keeps on him.
You flip to page 87 and says, if everyone interprets your words wrong, it's you, not on them.
I don't like this rule.
It is. Yaalkol, page 1. If you don't like the rule, shut up. I know more.
Close the book. Sorry, Jacub.
Thank you, Yaalkol.
No. I mean, I didn't take that as an insult, but I appreciate you calling me a friend. I know that as an employee, as you were saying, right, that you guys are doing me favors. You're paying me to do stuff, but you guys have gone above and beyond that. So thanks. I know that it's not easy. I did have not necessarily a favor, but just to let you guys know, my mother has been missing for quite a long time. She's a full sea elf. So the Tritons that are, what was his name? I know his name. The series guy. Looks like
the way too hot captain. You mean?
Yeah, like the guy who doesn't look dirty.
Yeah, he's what's his name? Anybody remember his name? Hold on, I'm looking through the character.
I was hanging out with him.
Captain Daramar.
Yeah,
Daramar, that's what it is.
I
Daramar.
thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Sorry, I spent too much time looking at his chiseled jaw versus anything else. So I totally forgot.
It's aggressive, right?
He is oddly very sexy.
That why we got ambush attacked by the Nerid? No, not the Nerid. What is it?
No, it was Nerid.
It was the Nerid. By the Nerid, you're looking at his chiseled chest.
Okay, first of all, it's a jaw. So who's projecting now?
I'm not, but I was looking at the Nerid.
Also, I gotta be honest. He's not the worst guy to go off because he was way too horny tonight. So like,
he was cool. Honestly, he was a chill. I mean, I wrote him as a shark. It was a very weird experience.
I mean,
yeah,
that's worse, right?
Crazy.
That's the first time anyone said
no,
that.
like I was on his like.
I know.
Flipper.
I know what you meant.
No, we know what you meant, but
I got
page
it.
87. I opened a journal. I go to page 87.
Dear journal, something weird.
I gotta remember them myself. We bought these from like a store.
Well,
they're a magic set.
Well, Jacub, if it makes you feel any better, you are one of the few mages that does not make me want to kill them immediately.
It does, because knowing where you come from, that means a lot. Specifically because I know that you understand how, I guess, Chelics kind of work. I did want to ask, so I guess at one point, my mother may have been either held captive or under the forced servitude or employ of a couple Chilaxian individual. She was kind of a person for hire that's not an adventurer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, anyways, I haven't heard from her in like 20-something years, and everyone. The reason why I set off to adventure was to find her.
How old are you?
I am 37. I look young, right?
God, you're old.
I'm 37.
Yeah, you're both old.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm not a child prodigy. Started off at the age of 4. I went to high school.
But do you think I went to school? I live in the Shackles.
How old are you, Revia?
I'm like 20.
How old are you, Yaalkol?
I feel like 4. No, Dragonborn.
Yaalkol thinks seriously for a few moments. And he says,
Wait, it's in
the last birthday my dad told me about was my 8th birthday, and I think that was 8 years ago.
I
Yeah.
thought, did we keep track in the back of the Wormwood in like the?
So at this point, my character's 17 because my birthday
Okay.
passed at some point.
Well,
I'm probably 21
you're
then.
quite
Actually,
young.
yeah, we're like very young.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll probably be dead in 17 more years. You probably got more than 17 left, so that's pretty cool.
Well, that's,
You know, that's like deeply troubling. Yaalkol. Can we get you like a phylactery of long lives,
Some
long
people are
living?
just like
So
that.
yeah, but like, don't you want to be around for like 50% longer?
Life isn't for living; it's for finding a good way to die.
What are you?
That was metal.
why does it look like you're walking away after you delivered a crazy? We're still talking.
The worst part is Yaalkol has no charisma, so he doesn't walk away after he says cool sentences. He just stays there. It's just uncomfortable.
Awkwardly stares.
You should have left, Yaalkol. That was the moment.
Yeah, you really missed your
Damn it!
chance.
then I'll leave anyways.
Page 5,
Oh,
Yaalkol.
dude.
Read page 5.
Dude, I leave and realize that I can't leave because they're still guests. I have to say bye to them, so I basically walk out of the room and walk back in like 2 minutes.
Jacub, did you want to message the captain?
No, well, kind of. I just wanted to run it by you guys. I know that last time I heard was that the ship that they may have been on went missing somewhere in the ocean, and the Darion said that we have friends in training. And I want to see if we can, at least I can, use the good captain's name to maybe ask them to see if they've sunk a ship or have seen a
See an
ship.
issue with that.
I don't want to overstep. I'd be the second most junior member of this crew here.
Well, you're not the second most. I've hired like 45 like sailors.
A lot of
I'll
sailors
be honest.
have died or quit from your insanity.
What? All right.
Fair.
So,
Most of the ones that wanted to quit after the regatta died during the regatta.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of my management style from Elon Musk.
you just call me out and make me feel inadequate in public forum.
Yeah, yeah, but you're real good at manipulating the stock.
The photo he took with the
I'm
dude
going
who
to the
hired
moon.
him.
Oh my god, classic.
Oh god.
I don't think I've ever seen someone more sarcastically give a thumbs up. Just dead eyes.
He's probably fired again. Let's be real.
Fucking yikes, dude.
Oh, I want to die.
Yeah, at this point, of course, Jimmy, the guy who's been with you since the beginning, will wander in with his 2 peg legs and his hook on the one hand.
Poor fucking
Hook on both hands.
No, he's got one normal hand still.
No, but that hand has a pinky with a hook on it.
Okay, it's missing a pinky. He's missing a pinky, He's also got eye patch, he didn't have any
He
of
got
this before
scars
it
all
began.
over.
Yeah, he'd had none of this before it began.
He's still a level 2 expert sailor.
No. He's level 3. He's leveled up during this
Wow,
adventure.
what a hero.
Yeah, Jimmy, did you want to retire yet?
Oh no, Captain, I love it on the ship. I know it's harder for me to do my work, but I like a good scrubbing down to the ship. The dragons promise I keep her spit shined on the deck. It's me job, and I live for it.
You're an inspiration.
Hi.
Real.
You're all insane.
He's an inspiration to everyone, including me. I'm gonna be real. I don't have. If I went through what he went through, I probably wouldn't still be doing this.
I've been thinking a lot about the crew. I'm starting to think we just kind of attract a certain type of person.
I'm gonna write Jimmy down. He will be forever known in the notes.
You mean like the outsider? You take it straight.
Jimmy, 2 peg legs.
Fucking Jimmy 2 peg.
Yaalkol will narrow his eyes at that when you say that, and then but you'll see that he wears everything on his like sleeve. You see that he is like kind of touched by you saying that, but he won't say anything. He'll just narrow his eyes at you.
Like you're kind of hurt, or you're.
I'm touched, like, but that was nice. He appreciates that.
Yeah, Cole's 100% the kind of guy that taking a bunch of stray cats or lizards.
I literally, like, every animal we've found, I've kept. We have a fucking
Gritter's mine. Gritter's mine. I
didn't mean I
will fight you for Grinner.
We kept.
Okay. Sorry, I love Grinner. Okay, Grinner is literally my favorite.
All right, no, you're right.
I'm gonna shoot Grinner right in
You're right.
I will shoot you with a sword.
Just across the thing, you just all huck a sword. It's like fucking. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Willow. There's a scene at the beginning where they throw a throwing axe, and it doesn't spin. It just goes.
That's what's gonna happen. Okay,
and it's just that with the sword.
I would defend Grinner with my life.
You'll know if anybody's paying attention. You can notice that Grinner seems to be chewing on something, and there also seems to be what looks to be a rat tail sticking out of his mouth.
Okay.
Job, Grinner.
Really off-putting.
Yeah.
Grinner. I like rub the glass the glass.
All right.
Grinner must love me.
Mm-hmm.
He would still eat my pinky though. Like a good fish. Like a good fish.
He likes
Listen.
to eat things, you know. It's a bit of a sore spot for someone whose leg was bitten off by a shark.
Hey, look. All right, that's why. Look, you have to accept Grinner. Okay, for who he is. You know, Grinner is worth every moment of it.
Yep. Did we have anyone else we wanted to say goodbye to? I can't see anyone else that like I care to say.
Why don't we hit up?
We're going around.
Why don't we hit up
Myste now?
Myste, you want to have a conversation at some point.
Yeah.
Which ones do you want to have?
So the others can happen after the guest leave, but Myste did want to introduce her 2 siblings to the party that they've heard so much about in letters.
So, these 2 younger individuals will, of course, enter in, and the female one will kind of like look towards you all and be like, "Are these them?"
These are them, yes.
Watch this. I take off my hat and I go into a horrifying assortment of outfits, and I put it back on.
Yeah, that one is ugly.
Hey, that's why I have the disguise hat now, okay? I'm literally not wearing Besmara's hat for this, okay? So I don't look horrible. It matters.
You keep weird company. They're weirder than you've said.
This one's not even spoken yet. I gesture to Yaalkol.
What? Oh, hi. Yaalkol.
Everyone's a little bit weird here.
Hi, Yaalkol.
These are your siblings, right? Nice to meet you.
The younger, I'll say like the boy, like he's like probably like much younger, probably would be like late teens, early 20s. He just kind of is staring, like kind of studying everybody, but doesn't say anything. The other one's like, well, as a fellow captain, I can say you at least seem to be reasonable, much better than a lot of stories I've heard about pirates. No whips cracking down on the crew at every turn.
I don't like whips.
That's some loser shit.
I don't think fear is a good motivation. I think people, when they're scared, they run. I think when you want people to go your way, you lead them.
I do like him. He is much better than you'd say, even though he is very
Hey,
big.
He is a little weird, yeah.
have you met Jimmy? He's a.
No one needs to
We're literally only just introducing the guest to Jimmy now.
No one-
it's like
no
our
one needs
Oh, I'm
our
so famous
best
now!
friend.
Oh,
If he's
Captain,
the
I'm
model
so
for-
famous. He's got
Literally
his
Captain
his mop, and it's got like a little like thing in it that he can like it's got like an etch in it where his like his hook hand it fits into the mop. You know, it's got a hole.
Rita's made it for him.
I love this man.
Jimmy's getting a promotion. No, he can't get a promotion.
Fucking Jimmy.
He needs to be right where he's at.
It'll go
He's
to
next
his
to
head
the
and
model
he gets
crew.
promotion.
That's the thing is he's modeling model crewmanship.
Yeah.
Is we need him in down there because he's showing everyone.
He's like the
what
third
we-
mate.
He's employee of the month
Basically.
every month.
Yeah, there's like a little picture frame, and it's Jimmy for like the last year we've been on the Shackles.
We have an HR box, so we gotta have the employee of the month wall. It's just in the break, and we just constantly. It's like the last 3 months. We just have like shitty drawings.
We
All done by
originally
Yaalkol.
had Scrimshaw make like little figurines for them, but then he left.
Yeah.
And then we never hired someone to do that again. So Jimmy has like a little like necklace with like 3 statues on it of himself.
Well,
yeah, look, being a crazy pirate adventurer is like, we're just kind of like normal people.
You're very far from one.
Well,
Yeah.
like, but we're more normal than you would have expected. Right? Because, if you read books, like, they're like fantasy heroes and shit, Like, moral paragons or some shit, or moral evils. No, we're just kind of like crazy people that, like, do this because, we can.
Right.
I mean, it's true.
Well, it's a very good pleasure to meet you, Captain, crew, associates of my sister. I'm very glad that she's made some nice friends who are probably good influences. I honestly don't know.
I tend to be more of the influence on them.
That seems great. And if any of you should ever do anything to endanger her life, I will make sure that your life is a living hell. I know ways and things that can be caused to cause pain and suffering that are worse than death itself.
Cool.
We should talk sometime.
Yeah, you gotta put a little on that, bro.
Do not put on my sister in front of her.
Hey, listen, yeah.
Do we get, like, a
you're right.
stick?
I'm never gonna let her, harm and stuff. Nice meeting you.
What?
And then I'll leave.
I think you just
just
got
happened?
that's enough.
I was watching Gritter. He just ate a pigeon.
How?
just
Isn't he a fit?
jumped out of the tank.
Just one of you will notice, like, it's like, you'll see Grinner's eyes glow for a second, and then just something will appear in front of him. Yeah.
It's Gritter. My boy, he's magical!
Kill your fucking fish.
We should pay a druid to awaken him.
No.
He would be very evil.
That's
He would be so
terrible
great.
idea.
I think
Fine,
I could do that for you if you give me time to
No,
do it.
I don't want you to do it. I don't trust you.
You'll make him evil.
I can give him. He's already evil. I can give him wings.
Gritter's not evil. He's neutral. Okay, he's just an animal eating things.
Neutral,
Well, that's not true. I've seen this bite people before.
Yes, he's been used.
Some guy tapped on his tank once when he was in the captain's quarters, and somehow he lost a hand. So,
Gee,
you
I
know,
wonder how.
I didn't think about it till, maybe Grinner used magic to take his hand. That's probably not possible, right?
I'll look to my sister. At least you know that there's, interesting people around me, I guess.
Yep. Interesting. That's a word I would use for them.
It could be worse. We could be weirdos and Norduel.
I'm sure you'll do fine when Shellick comes for me.
So, who's the older sister? Right? Like, is Are you older? Who's the? I'm sorry, I was kind of watching something else when you.
Which one do you think is older?
What's that, cat? I
No,
Is he blind?
Answer the question. Who's older?
Misty.
Correct.
Damn. Okay, I'm so good. And I walk away. My hands go up. Like I wipe my brow. Oh God, I could have been bad.
Did that just happen, Misty?
Yes, it did.
Oh, we should ask Yaalkol.
Now that the two idiots are gone.
No, is there something important?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be
do.
serious now.
She is
I should leave?
Ears and Chelix.
Oh, I figured.
We're going
Considering-
to be speaking with her quite a bit when we can.
Okay.
I tend to do that more than the others.
As an unaligned merchant, I have a lot more freedoms when it comes to many merchants that work directly for a lot of trade houses, and in turn noble houses. Very few of us have our luxury of Chelixian merchants to have fly no noble flag, just a Chelaxian flag. Though as of late, there have been a number of rumblings. That's something I did want to talk about. It has seemed there are rumors of more than just that man you invited here raiding Chelaxian merchant vessels. It seems there's a number of pirates that have become a lot more brazen as of late. This has been spurting on some, well, less than good terms from Chelex. The fact that there are a number of pirates brazen enough to attack merchant vessels carrying the Chelaxian flag repeatedly is drawing a ill attention a lot more. Not sure who all these pirates are. The infamous Barnabas Harrigan, of course his name is spoken between those of us that have enough to open our ears. He isn't the only one.
This is why I have steered you and Yaalkol away from targeting these merchants. It only makes things worse.
That's fair, but is this not also are we assuming that maybe some of these pirates are being paid by people in Chelex to raid Chelexian ships to make Chelex invade the Shackles faster?
I can't answer you that. That's a deep politics that's... Well, I can't say there might not be someone that would be that devious. That's pretty devious.
Yes.
I mean, I would do that if I wanted to,
You're starting...
invade the Shackles quicker.
Well, you don't have this Chelexian moral compass.
I mean, yeah.
The thing is, I will say about Chelex is they tend not to do things that would necessarily endanger Chelex without very good reason. Certainly, there could be some factions that might do something like that, but the chances are very slim. More than likely, a agent of Chelex would be behind that, if there would be someone. Chelex directly probably wouldn't arrange such things. They would rather turn a blind eye.
Yes. And in all honesty, they don't need a reason. If they wanted to come down here, they could.
The advantage that the Shackles has had is a lot of voices within Chelex honestly don't care. There's many other problems to worry about. This is making it a much larger issue. Something that a lot of the voices that perhaps are less devious and more just hawkish are noticing. I'll keep an eye out for more.
I would appreciate it.
Just be careful and be smart.
I always am.
Yeah, and if we ever need to get in quick contact with you, since I like know you now, I can send you a message.
Well, before you go, if you're interested in any business arrangements, look up Natileis Talbot. She owns a shop here that's quite unique.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to chat there. They'll depart. Your brother won't say anything to any of them.
Yeah,
I'll look at.
That makes sense. That's fair.
I look at your brother before they leave him, and I just stare at him. Like I do like a staring contest of him till it, seeing if
He does. He doesn't really
breaks eye
stare with
contact.
you. He does break eye contact, but he does like notice you're staring and kind of like look you up. Like it looks like he's like investigating all of you and like looking at all of you.
I like wave at him when he he notices me. Nothing. Okay.
He doesn't talk to people very often.
Yeah, but I'm not like a person that you meet very often.
No, not really. A normal person doesn't dress the way you do when I leave.
Hey, I'm dressing normal now. All right, I got a hat and disguise on, okay? And I just get to change it to look like you. Now I look like you, okay? And I change back. All right.
Never do that again if you want to keep your legs.
Well, that's why I only left it for like half a second, okay? I was scared that you're gonna shoot me. I know most of your threats now, okay?
You don't know half of them.
Okay, I think that's the end of that scene.
All right. Revia, how about you? Any conversations you want to have?
Yeah. Gotta say bye to my mom and dad, and they're going on the ship with Pierce. Back home.
Oof.
Since I paid him.
Yeah. Oh, honey, you found such nice friends.
You know, listen, don't say anything else about him, okay? That's all I gotta say.
It's honestly, it's been good to get out of Port Peril once in a while. Keep doing us proud.
Well, stay safe. Here's I give him a bag of gold. Spend it on, something nice. I give them 300 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus
Here's to make sure you don't get robbed on your way back home.
I can finally get that fix up to the shop I was talking about. We've been saving up for a while, but maybe now we can use some of that savings for something else nice.
I did give them like 100 gold pieces last time I saw them.
Yeah.
Loading them with money.
I gave them so much money.
Yeah.
I'm nice. I care about my parents. I have a reasonable relationship. I wave bye to Pierce. When he gets back, we have a deal to fulfill.
Yeah.
It is the nature of things. Do we want me to message the eel? Or just go meet him in his hideout?
That's a later thing.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that at the end.
Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Okay.
You've talked to Plug and Scourge.
Oh, yeah, I have to talk to Plug and Scourge.
Are you going
I completely
alone, or are you
forgot.
taking anybody with you?
No, I'm gonna go by myself to mend the relations, I think.
Yeah, you fucking ripped in half.
All right. Certainly, you will
they wouldn't
be.
attack me on my map.
They're anchored out on their ship, the Sever, and certainly you'll be greeted by, honestly, Scourge. Will kind of just be standing there, as the ladder's kind of down. You'll notice that all the sailors on the ship are these kind of large, something's a little off about all the men.
Yeah, I'm not questioning it, but before I go there, I want to just check with the party to make sure everyone's cool. Are we cool if I give them maybe the ring of swimming or something as a gift to apologize for the captain's behavior?
You can give them one of the fun trinkets out of the bag, yeah.
Yeah, because I figured none of us really care about the ring of swimming. Because I think all of us have a swim speed at this point, or like
All of us?
some.
I believe we all at least have over 10, which means most checks won't matter.
Exactly, right? So, I'll take the ring of swimming, and I'll take one of the tokens of winds, whatever it's called. Fan of
The
fan feather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have both of those when I approach the ship.
Okay.
It's Plug meeting me, right? I think. Or is it Scourge?
It is Scourge. That is going
Scourge.
to meet you.
Plug can't talk anymore, I think.
True.
No, Scourge can't
I
talk.
can't.
Oh, Scourge?
Scourge is Plug is the captain. Scourge is the first mate.
Mm.
So Scourge just kind of like he doesn't kind of he doesn't like he like kind of eyes you a little bit, and as you're kind of climbing up, he'll kind of reach down and kind of like pick you up by your scuff a little bit and kind of like just lift you up, like almost manhandling, and kind of put you down on the deck.
I don't know if that's possible, but I'm walking up the ship with the slippers and spider climb.
They might not like that. They gave you a ladder to climb up.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Fine,
Like
I
just
accept.
randomly walking up the side of someone's ship is just not like, you know.
Like I'll arrive and like don't worry about the ladder. You know?
Uh-huh.
Fine, I accept the ladder. I'm a fucking weirdo. Okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, they know that.
Yeah. Well, they're weirdos too. Okay. Right. Let's be real. Thanks, Scourge. That's Scourge, right? Yeah, that's Scourge. Yeah. Thanks, Scourge. I look to Plug. Hey, you know, wanted to mend things over after
Plug's not
the
there
captain-
right now. It's just
Can you get-
Scourge, and then that woman that was there seems to be kind of just she's kind of over by the wheel, just kind of looking at you. She just kind of seems to be like leaning on the wheel, like a very weird, like almost kind of seductive pose, but not really towards you, just like a general, just looking kind of seductive.
I look to Scourge. Hey, can you get Plug?
Kind of like reach down, pick you up by the scruff again, and start carrying you somewhere.
You know, this is like not cool, but
It's
also
incredible.
really impressive because you can lift me with one hand extended. That's kind of insane. I don't even think Yaalkol could do that.
Again, he's also like bigger and like taller than he was.
I'm just kind of impressed, to be honest.
Mhm.
I'm not like this is interesting.
What
so I
does
guess
she want?
I want to like mend relations. You know, Captain had an outburst. You know, it was kind of unnecessary. He's slightly socially inept. And you know, we don't really need a fight. You know, all the beefs.
Go ahead and speak with the captain. We'll see what he says. He knows my position.
Alrighty. I don't know who this woman is, so I don't even know who this woman is. I didn't take a guess.
Scourge is kind of going to grunt a little bit, like, "Urgh," and kind of like push into the captain's cabins of the of this ship, and kind of like take you, and just kind of like drop you on a chair in front of like a large kind of table, which there's kind of like maps laid out, which you can see there's like a map of the Shackles, but also it seems like a lot of like navigational maps of like currents and things like that, and like looks like some maps that show like undersea like areas, like things that like there's rises undersea and stuff like that. You recognize a lot of that as having some skills. So, I'm interrupted as I prepare to leave. You here to insult me again?
No, I'm kind of here to do like the opposite of insulting you.
Really? Seems like your captain's out for blood.
Well, he's just no offense to Yaalkol, but he's not socially aware of things. I don't think there really needs to be any beef between your crew and our crew. It's really unnecessary since everything's in the past. So I've come. I got a couple gifts to give you as an apology for his outburst. I I take out of like a cloth, I guess. I put the ring down. This is a ring of swimming, quite useful on a pirate ship, and a fan feather token, useful to get a gust of wind to escape an enemy or catch one.
He's gonna kind of like pick them up each, like look at them, put them down. It's a nice gesture.
So I can promise you, we don't have any problems with you and your crew or your ship. You know, really, we got like other problems to deal with. You know what I mean? And like, I don't really want you guys to be a problem.
See, now the thing is, if it was just up to me, now I'm the captain of the ship, so my voice is the heaviest, I would say, let bygones be bygones. Honestly, my life is much better off than when you had left me dropped into the ocean. Saved, I see which. New ship, new crew, much more strength than I would have had just with the crappy ship that you got. The man's promise. Or I'm sorry, dragon's promise now. Would I have been better off, honestly? I'm no longer Harrigan's target. I just happen to be a man that survived a mutineer. I've already made my peace with him. It was much easier than if I had actually stolen the man's promise. Mutineers left us for dead. He did too. So when we informed him that of such things, of course, because we weren't behind it, behind any problems. Now, was I perhaps considering becoming a fleet captain of my own? Always was on my mind, but I wasn't given that opportunity, now was I? But now I have been. I'm in great shape. And my old friend Scourge here, well, he'd probably somewhere deep in that mind like to wring your neck for effectively offing him. But he's a little bit more less talkative nowadays. Honestly, I miss our conversations, but I don't know what to say about that. I do miss our conversations. Silence can just be deadening sometimes. But, honestly, he's very loyal to me. Especially because it was me and Brina that made sure he was back from the dead. Returned to us, though not quite perfect. Given another chance. So I'm pretty sure I could dismiss his one for revenge. Isn't that right? Hold off on it until it becomes a necessity. Scourge will just kind of like grunt while staring at you. It's like a... As for my good sea witch friend, she has friends in various places, some of which, well, say some very nasty things about you.
I mean, we are pirates.
It's true. But you always seem to get into the wrong situations.
Yeah, it's like it's a hobby of ours, apparently, you know?
So how could I possibly convince her not to assist the call of her mistress? Well, the call of her mistress, honestly, only partially involves maybe getting revenge. Revenge is a nice thing, but it's not necessity. Now, these trinkets, they're very nice. They're nice, little, simple trinkets.
Hey, what do you want? Like, just say it, dude. If you want something specifically, like, we're like, man to man. Let's just shoot straight.
Me and my crew. We're going to be getting involved in some of Brina's activities. And it's the kind of thing that we don't want you to interfere with.
Um,
And perhaps
you're gonna have to be a little descriptive on what you're doing so we don't interfere with it, I guess, right?
All right. Let's keep this as a easy story. Brina, servant of an evil god, doing some evil things, very sea witchy things, things that aren't probably really nice. Not going to involve you. Not going to directly involve any of your little pirate friends in the council. At least not for now. So,
Sounds good.
you let us do our business, and if anything about us comes up in your little council meetings, you pass us off. And we're under the bridge. I can convince everybody under me to just let bygones be bygones. And by honesty, it will be. The choice will
What's
be
the name
yours.
Don't we owe a sea witch a debt?
You do.
Yeah,
For the
well,
dra-
yeah.
You do owe a different sea witch a debt. Probably a very powerful sea witch.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know, I guess, sounds like, for now, bygones can be bygones. But, from everything you said, we may encounter each other another day under a different sun.
Let's shake on it.
Oh, I don't like the way you said that. I'm gonna be real with you. Are you gonna, try to curse me right now?
No curse for you.
I'm gonna insight
deal.
check him.
All right, roll your sense motive.
Yeah, I don't trust him.
He's being truthful, but you sense there's something else going on. That in the way he's saying it. He doesn't.
I've been
He's true about the not cursing you.
I've been shooting straight with you, dude. Plug, shoot straight with me, okay? I can feel it in your words that you're leaving something out.
Fine then. This table I use here, it's magical. Any deal brokered upon it is sealed upon it. Those that would break the deal would suffer greatly.
Oh,
So, are you willing to take my hand
Ooh.
and brokerage this deal between us?
Okay. Give me a second to think on that. I may be a conduit of Best Mara's will, but magic scares me. Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
Let me. God, I can just send it somewhere real quick. Oh God, this is a terrible idea.
Let's do it. Nothing bad can happen.
Nothing bad could happen.
Yeah, that's how you've lived this game, up to this point. Nothing bad could ever happen.
No, that's not how I live this game. I've just taken account. I've known all my bad situations. I have no idea what this does. I don't. I just have to. So the deal is specifically that we don't mess with his shit, and we have to specifically dismiss anything that comes up. So I can't vote for him, basically.
It would be you'd be supporting, ignoring anything that might involve them that would come up.
Okay.
The way he said it, it does sound like he doesn't expect it, but you never know that some pirate captain might see something somewhere and not like it. It's that kind of thing.
Okay.
Let me ask you.
I'm
This
thinking.
deal is just based on like you cannot support a person,
This
or
is
it's like
Revia's problem, right? Not mine.
Yeah, this is 100% my problem.
Good. I don't
Yes.
care what happens.
No,
I'm gonna totally break this deal at some point, though. That's the problem.
We'll get to know what happens. It could be funny.
What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could
What's
happen?
the worst that could happen?
I feel like I need to do this to avert a problem that could happen. You know, I'm just pushing a problem into the future.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know, I guess I'll shake your hand, Plug, okay? But, right, if this deal ends up screwing me over later, okay? Coming for your head, just like you'd come for mine.
All right. As you grab Plug's hand, he kind of holds it tight, kind of like doing like almost like grasping your arm then, and kind of like puts it down on the table and says, "Deal be struck. The words are said. Let our words be held as our honor. The pirate's code held once more." As you'll see on your palm, over top of your holy symbol for just a second, magical runes will appear.
Okay.
Okay, then on your palm you'll see like some runes appear in a kind of pattern and then disappear.
What if I cut? No, never.
Feel like Jimmy.
Well.
So, can you tell me what happens if I break it, just so I know?
Honestly, I've only heard rumors. Never tried to do it myself.
That's bad, okay? Because I might just try it because I want to know. Okay. I'll figure that one out later.
Give me a perception check followed by a religion check. Knowledge religion.
Yeah, he doesn't realize I'm fucking crazy.
Okay. Alright, you do notice that, like, something that's very obvious is this room is certainly set, for two. You know, it seems though that, he shares the room with someone. And there is some kind of strange, very weird shrine. But the unfortunate thing is, as you're kind of being escorted out, you don't get enough of a view out of it to see what it could be possibly to.
I'll just ask, hey, what's God that shrine from?
You'd have to talk to my mistress.
Oh, I don't want to do that. She seems like she hates me.
As you'll hear from the door as it's kind of being swung open. Oh, hatred. Perhaps in an old life I would have hated you.
Okay, how about a deep desire to kill me? Does that work?
Oh, I satiate many of my deep desires. I'm kept well. I have a new family to look after me. And there's plenty of things to do.
Alright, have a good one. And I just walk off. This place. I thought we were weird. These guys are fucking weird.
As you're kind of like being like, well, you're still held up by Scourge, who's like picking you up.
Can you let me go? I'm gonna just jump into the ocean.
He's gonna like just pick you, like pull you up till he's like face level with you, and then kind of like be like just look at you for a second, and then kind of move over to the side, as Plug kind of emerges out of his cabins, kind of calls for the crew to assemble as they're beginning to set sail. And again, you'll notice that all of his men look like kind of like giants. They're all like huge and burly and kind of like a little.
They're all zombies.
There's something a little off about all of them.
Hey, I think they're all undead. Okay.
You can roll another perception, maybe. No, actually, roll me... the perception's fine. Roll me sense motive, then, too. They just... Something about the way they move and act just doesn't feel
alive.
Natural. No, it feels alive. It just feels weird.
I don't like it. I want to just kill them. I want to cut my hand off and break the deal.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you'll just be dropped overboard then, since you said you're gonna swim.
I will like swan dive into the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have a swim speed, and then I dimension door like 500 feet away from the ship onto like the edge of the shore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done. I'm gone. I hate this place.
Mm-hmm.
I like scratch up my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
So, since we kind of hit up most of the personal meetings, is there any other personal meetings that any of you want to have before we just kind of hit into more group meetings, so to say?
I think we have to talk about what just happened.
I need to talk to you.
Well, you can meet up with everybody if you want to talk about what just happened. That's perfectly fine.
Also true.
I'm traumatized. I come back to you guys. I walked away confident and like, oh yeah, this is no problem. I got some gifts, and then I'm walking back to the group, and I look dead inside.
Have fun.
You know how painful is cutting off a hand?
Very.
I could do it though. I could live. You know, I would be fine.
Yeah, it's not as painful as like dying, but definitely close to it, I think.
Do you think a deal would break? A magical deal would break if you cut off the hand in which you agreed to the deal?
Myste will look up from her book and just be like, no.
Yeah, definitely not.
I would have said yes.
Sorry.
What if? Okay, second idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if you cut off the hand? You break the deal, cut off the hand, so you stop hurting from the deal, and then you regenerate the hand back on.
But no, that wouldn't work.
Okay. Well, anyway, I made a deal with Plague and Scourge and their creepy sea witch. We can't mess with them, and which is fine for now. Was it I had to or was it we had to? I think the deal only binds to me, right?
The way that it was addressed, it was we. So it means that it would probably only affect you, but if anybody in your team did the same thing, it would probably affect you.
And we cannot, and if Plague and Scourge and their sea witch shit comes up, we have to just, vote to not address it, okay? Otherwise, I will be horribly pained. I will blame whoever does it. This is a temporary solution. We'll kill them later. I just didn't want to deal with them now, when we have, like, Chelix and Harrigan and shit, you know?
As long as you know to live with the consequences of your own actions.
Well, you know, I hope, like, by then, when I decide to break the deal, we can get, like, the strongest clerics we know, and, like, have remove curse, break enchantment, and all of, like, the spells to, like, dispel, like, a magically binding contract, and, like, cast it on me. And then hopefully that works.
I'm sorry, but who's this person?
Good luck with that.
You know, look, alright, I did it for the team, okay? I took one for the team.
Did you? Okay, who is
Yeah.
this person? I don't know who this person is.
It's you know...
When they killed or something.
Yeah, you know what? This is Yaalkol's fault, okay? I'm gonna blame it on you, Yaalkol. I had them peaceful till you yelled at them. And now I made a magically binding contract, okay? I hate this, and this is your fault. I will blame you, Yaalkol.
Gotta be honest, I feel like the first part is definitely my fault. The second part doesn't feel like me.
Yeah, that was on you. You made
The second one kind of feels like you went out the gate with something else. I don't know about that.
Well, look, alright. Did you want to deal with Plague and Scourge and their sea witch nonsense while we're trying to stop Chelix? Okay,
Honestly,
so...
after I was done being mad, I realized it was probably a bad idea, but...
Alright, so I had to make the deal, otherwise they were gonna... The sea witch really hated us. You know, she said some words about, oh, I'm beyond hate now, and yada yada. I didn't believe a single word of it.
Why does she dislike us? I get Plug and Scourge.
I don't know.
What the hell is she?
to offend her.
I don't know. We probably killed someone that she liked or something.
Yeah, I don't... God.
Wait, what? Wait, why am I included in that?
You're
I
not.
think
No,
they're
no,
just,
no, no.
unfortunately,
She
in the...
She hates like me and Yaalkol.
I've never
And
met
probably that's it, honestly.
Yeah. We did some bad stuff to some fish people early on. I think that's probably what did us in.
Oh,
Dude, that sounds
Remember the like king of the fish guys, and I
No,
like
no.
killed.
it wasn't those guys. Because no one escaped. We killed everyone.
Who was the
Isn't
one
that-
that escaped?
Technically speaking, you wouldn't have, because there's probably plenty out on patrol in the
Oh.
areas, you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
You only attacked twice.
the only listen, the woman, there was a woman fish that escaped that one time.
Yeah.
And it was near where we killed Plug and Scourge.
Not her son.
Hmm.
Out of character.
You know? Yeah, I know what we did. Out of character. I know. I don't think my characters would have that connection.
No, probably not.
Now, let me ask.
I don't remember nor in game or out of the game, so I'm just.
I know exactly who the witch is.
Yeah, I do too.
So,
Um,
I guess let me ask: does this deal extend both ways? Like, we're out of there.
yeah, if they
not
try
of
to fuck with us, then he breaks the deal.
Okay.
Because we said that, you know, if you don't mess with our shit and, you know, mess with us, we won't mess with your shit, you know?
Good that it's taken care of, I guess.
Yeah, and you know what? It's mostly my problem.
I can't imagine that he'd be able to do enough damage that we wouldn't be able to undo it in time. All right.
Yeah, well, that's why. Once we deal with Harrigan and Chelix, I'll collect the strongest clerics we know, probably just, like, the hidden mask people, because it's, like, in Sandra, right? I mean, and then, like, it's Rio. And we'll just see, we'll throw shit at the wall till it works.
Thanks for biting the bolt on that one.
Why didn't you, like, bullet? We have bullets. Bullet float's way better for that.
There'll be a knock on the door.
Oh, that's right. That's weird.
Where are you discussing these things?
That does work really well, doesn't it?
So
I
you're
always
on-
read it as like the bolt.
Door.
Ah,
Oh, sorry.
go open
Hello?
the door.
Hi,
Who's it?
Sandra.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Look, things have been changing here a lot, and I do enjoy my time here, and I know you understand that you probably would have to find someone new, but since my journeying with you and my strengthening my call with Besmara, I think there are some things I have to do before we continue our journey together.
Sister and Besmara.
There are some holy sites at Besmara that I think I have to make a pilgrimage to in order to deepen my connection with the goddess.
Oh, yeah. I've been...
I am deeply
You're good.
saddened that you're leaving.
I will be
Thank
back.
you for everything you've done.
Yeah. Once my journey is over, I will be back, and perhaps stronger for it. It sounds like there are things that will be needed in the future, and to strengthen the group that we are here, maybe I can connect up with some of my brothers and sisters. More of the faithful might be willing to assist us. The sanctity and the strength of the Shackles is something that plenty of us would believe in. The freedom. It's Besmara's call.
What do you need from us?
I need nothing. I'm going to get passage back to Port Peril with Nat when she departs. And from there, I'll make my way to the various places I need to visit.
If you need a place to stay, and you don't want to stay with Nat, my parents have a place.
I probably won't be staying long, but thank you.
Okay.
There's many journeying I have to do. But know when you need me, if you need me, just send a message. I will interrupt what I'm doing in return. If something comes up.
You know, you got the sending spell, I got the sending spell, so, you know, take as long as you need, to be honest. Besmara knows what's up. So she'll guide us right.
Thank you. I shall depart then.
Yeah, I don't think a sending spell will be very effective if we wanted to come here.
What?
And he'll go and sit down.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, I see what you did because you said.
Come on, man.
I got. It took me a little bit because I didn't know if
I
you
got
were
the
literal
joke, Yaalkol. I was just stunned.
No, Yaalkol didn't make a joke. Yaalkol was being genuine.
Okay.
Dumbass. I'm not even gonna correct you on that one.
No, it was a good one.
No, that was that clever work.
Yaalkol looks confused for a moment, but then you see he just says, yeah.
Yep.
Why are we here? Just to suffer.
All right. Well, what other meetings do people need to have? Any remaining meetings with guests at this point in time?
Not with any guests.
Let me just check.
Who's left?
Let me check the guest list if I'm at.
Yeah,
I've
that is a
talked
good
to
question.
Everyone I know.
I'd say by the way, so I don't think these need scenes, but just stuff I want to point out. I will pointedly say goodbye to the Were Shark.
Mm-hmm.
I will pointedly say goodbye to the Master of Gales as well.
Uh-huh.
Um,
The Master of
and-
Gales will pretty much just say, like, I look forward to seeing you at the next meeting. And what
no, you.
winds blow into the council.
No.
Um,
Change.
Did we want to try to recruit? Did we recruit the Were Shark into our
We
crew?
did.
Right?
The Were Shark's
He's
in
part of
Were
our.
Shark
Yeah,
is in our armada.
The Were
He's part
Shark.
of our-
The Were Shark is going to say, before he leaves, he's like, I have a few associates I know. I can see if they'd be willing to sail under you too.
The more the merrier. I got
I
we
trust your
got-
judgment.
We're looking to get some people together. We get a coalition together of people who are like-minded. We can do what we want in the Shackles, and no one will be able to stop us. Go in strength. I'll give him a clasp on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Go in strength.
Wait.
I look back at you guys when he leaves. I'm like, was that weird? I'm trying a new thing. I figured it could be like.
Go back and predator handshake him. You didn't do the predator handshake.
Oh yeah, he predator handshake him. Yeah.
just go up and it's just like
quickly
it's
run
like
back
every time I do it, it just like snap zooms into the hand. It's like the anime, like when it hits together, has like the lines going on.
He's got like the gray, like almost kind of scaly skin with the claws because he's in Were Shark form all the time, you know. And you're like two giant men clasping together, you know, like just yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
I have a real question.
Sure.
Is Ederly Baines a level 11 character?
Which one?
the rogue wizard dude. You have him in full levels.
Yes, he already
What?
is.
What the fuck?
I can inform you. He is. No, he's technically level 10. So he would go in level. He is a fighter rogue wizard.
Yep,
Okay, I was shocked. Sorry, I was just checking.
Yeah, he is still very high level character.
We have to do a moment with Rio, giving him the new ship.
Okay.
What's the new ship's name? I couldn't remember what the name of the ship
It's
is.
not the
can't-
name
oh.
yet, but
Okay.
Rio has a name for it.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Well, Rio gets to
Someone
name
would
it,
probably
right?
have to pose this idea to me. Yaalkol would not think to do this
Yeah.
off the top of his head. So I imagine Rio would probably approach me first, not necessarily with whatever they had to say.
Okay.
Was it?
Captain.
Hey, Rio. Nice to see you come up. Thanks for coming to the party.
It was my pleasure. Sorry I bounced it. It was too loud.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I noticed you have a ship with no captain.
Oh, I do.
Any idea who you're gonna give that to?
I have some ideas. You have a suggestion? I appreciate your counsel.
I don't mean to, put forward anything. I'm sure you have had the best ideas for who you want. I could take it. You've got no one else in mind.
Yaalkol will give you like a big toothy smile and say, I think we both know I've never had a good idea in my life. But
true.
that's beside the point. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's appropriate.
Well, help me look for what I need to find.
Well, Captain Rio, you got a name for the ship?
Yes, I'm thinking of calling it the Umbral Drake.
Yaalkol looks taken aback for a moment and then says, I love it. Well, with my blessing, go find your crew and cause some trouble.
I'll need a few days to get the proper figurehead in place. I've made one for the Dragon Fury as well, with some spare time. He's gonna kind of take you somewhere to like a warehouse, and you're gonna see there are unpainted figureheads in the shape of dragons.
Yaalkol cries, like there's a literal teardrop, and he quickly wipes it away and says, very nice.
You know, you've got the whole naming theme going on, so I figured the figureheads would help with that.
They're very good figureheads. Thank you.
All right.
And he'll like walk over, look like he wants to hug Rio, but then second guess himself and just like walk towards Rio for a second, and then 90-degree turn and then walk towards the door and leave.
Okay. Rio walks away, confused. He's like, Yaalkol's like, he can get 80% of the way through a conversation, but the ending one, he doesn't get that one yet.
Always fails the dismount. All right.
So
That's awesome. I love that.
yeah. Let's see here. I have one more person will approach you. Captain Pegsworthy will approach you.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
With an unfortunate name.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thanks for inviting me. If you ever need any assistance on anything, just let me know. I'd love to help out. Member of the Pirate Council.
Captain Merrill Pegsworthy is the guy from Rickety Squibs.
Yes.
He's the first pirate captain we met.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a
what I
cool
remember. He helped us out in the beginning.
He
Yeah.
gave us like a bunch of advice.
He gave you a bunch of advice, pointed you in some good directions and stuff like
That's
that.
what I remember. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
stop
what
by
I
Rickety
thought.
Squib.
It's been a while, so I say, oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You helped us when we were, frankly, kind of nobodies. So, do me a good turn, I do you a good turn.
He'll kind of like shake his head and kind of tip his hat and head on his way. Captain Lem will approach you at one point in time with his first mate pulling behind him some kind of weird animal.
Which one is this?
The ocean's problem, man.
Oh no!
Hey, what's up, Lem?
Well, seeing as you got some island here and we have no island space for it, we thought to give you a gift for hosting us at your party.
Yeah.
This is
Sounds-
this is Betsy here.
Lovely.
It looks like a cross between a wolf, goat, eagle, and a turtle.
I love it.
I hate it. This is something Jacub would make.
It's
I'm literally just staring at it, like.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Jacob's hands just starts shaking. He's sweating profusely.
I like
He's writing down notes furiously. He's like,
I like rub its
turn
neck.
Yaalkol into that.
It makes very
I scratch
disturbing, weird noises because it
Yeah, but it-
combines noises of creatures.
Does it look happy?
Sure.
Like
Is it like a dog enjoying the
I,
scratches?
Does it look
I don't care. I just start rubbing
Does
it.
it look like it's in
It's all-
severe pain because it should not exist?
Is it saying
Where do you find
Edward?
his monstrosity?
Well,
This will-
turns out, funny story. There happened to be this strange totem that we came across one time, and we didn't know what to do with it. So we put it into our storage with a bunch of live animals that we had. Betsy was the only one that remained.
Motherfucker found a teleporter and did the fly.
I want to say that is a horrifying story, but this thing deserves the best life we can give it.
Yo, cool. Look at this thing. I'll look at Captain Lem and then look back at this thing and say, yeah, it could stay.
I mean, if you want, I'd take him under my wing.
We should build it a big pen
It is
to
not
play
staying
in.
on the ship.
I would not recommend drinking its milk.
What?
Why
It
would
makes
you-
milk?
It does.
No.
It's part goat, though.
Yeah, but are we
Surprisingly,
sure that's milk?
it's orange juice.
So why did you say? Look,
It's slightly
okay,
bad orange juice.
Why are?
Why are you the way you are?
Is he
Yaalkol
part of
has
our
to
armada?
If you
I don't think no. Yaalkol never asked him because honestly, I don't know if we want him. Like, I think he has like an issue he needs to settle with.
Also,
God,
his ship,
and
his
then
ship
he
currently
can-
is not growing purple, but you have noticed it has grass growing on it.
Okay, we should just invite this guy, right? He'll scare our enemies by his insanity.
This is the
Yeah, I
kind
know,
of,
and he belongs with us.
this is the kind of man who goes to a party with an amulet and drops on the corner and just says, "Well, shouldn't have brought that with me," and leaves.
Hey, what's his name again?
Captain, Bruce, Cyrilie Lem.
Captain Lem.
Ah!
You wanna join the armada?
Sure!
Fucking dwarf.
Cool. He's on board. Let's go.
This dwarf has caused so many problems across so many campaigns.
I like rub this creature's belly.
This is the best dwarf ever.
Is
I'm
there
so
any-
happy he exists because this is the funniest idea ever.
Can
Because this
someone?
sounds exactly like something I would do. That's literally something I would do as a character. If somebody was like, "You have this cursed object. What do you want to do with it?" I'm gonna huck it off the ship. I don't know. Don't give me cursed
I mean,
things.
he did huck. He hasn't told you, but that's where the totem ended up after they found out it was cursed.
Yes, I assume as much. That's where it ended up. Because he's fucking one note, and I love it.
I then command someone to go build us a pen and a outdoor house for the creature.
Yes.
I can literally fabricate that right now.
Go for it, Jacob. I love you. This one time.
This
It
is
takes
a
his backseat.
travesty. Thank you.
Okay,
This isn't a
look.
fun god.
It's life now, and we must
Bessie?
protect it.
All right. Well,
The thing
all right,
is,
so
you can only tell it's like 4 animals. I'm fairly certain it was 12. That,
Also grass,
or
too.
it ate the other 8.
It's like the fucking dog scene from the thing.
oh, it survived the Hunger Games. Aren't you number one, Bessie? We only have winners here.
Again, talk about like taking in strays.
It's probably got like 4 eyes, you know, like two sets of them.
This is literally
like,
my weakness.
It's got like, you know,
Easy.
like normal, like almost canine eyes and like goat eyes slightly higher.
Oh, I love
That's
this
the
thing.
weird fucking goat eyes. I hate it.
Well, it's goat, wolf, turtle, eagle.
This thing will haunt me.
This creature was thankfully cut from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it was something much simpler of a duck.
Yeah, they thought too many animals.
They're making it like, you know what? This is too much. Let's just take a step back here. Oh.
Okay. Well, we got him. He's a part of our armada.
I hate him.
He will kill our enemies by accident.
All right.
I'm gonna kill you by accident.
Is there
Hey,
anything?
listen, I deserve it.
I was gonna ask. Is there anything, or are we just gonna kind of like keep the meeting you had before with your wife, Lady Smithy, done, or is there any kind of other meetings you want to have with her?
I think there's a lot of boring meetings I have with her because I actually I
Figuring
actually
out the
understand
details
how
is-
to like
yeah.
make paperwork and like
Actual administrative meetings.
yeah. I'm actually like not stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not really knowledgeable of administration, but I'm wise, right?
Yeah.
So you can work
Wow.
with her to set up everything. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just say you do that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all taken care of. I think that's everything from the guest list.
I
And
believe that's all the guests.
And let me just check if I know there's a meeting there for that. Doesn't have anything to say. Doesn't have anything to say. I mean, Conkerbar's still here. He doesn't leave. He doesn't.
Can't get rid of him.
I mean, he likes hanging out with you guys. I will say probably the Dragon's Fury will probably depart at one point in time for, continued pirating and stuff.
They got this home base. So what's the deal with your wife? I don't remember what the deal is.
She's gonna be the governor of the island, basically.
So we're still cool to like dock at
Yeah, so she's just gonna be the administrator when we're not here.
You might just basically like keep it on just a mercenary crew or something at Tidewater as like a outpost in the south in case like a small outpost, and then just effectively this place she'll have like she'll minister it directly instead of administering that directly, because that's not really a big thing. And
I was basically just going to tell all the people our armada can use that as like a joint restocking spot, stuff like that.
And her role is basically she's the governor of our island, right? Someone has to actually like keep track of like it has to hire the people to keep track of like what's coming in and out and the building of things and setting up of a town and shit, which is all very complicated shit that we don't want to deal with.
Are things that you don't necessarily have the skill set to do.
Yeah, we're adventurers. We're not rulers, administrators.
You guys don't have noble ranks.
She has levels in aristocrat.
Yeah, she has aristocrat levels. You guys don't.
There are some PCs that would be capable of doing that, but none of our PCs are really.
If any of you took knowledge nobility, you could do some of that. I don't think
I did.
Wait, okay. One of you basically knows administration to a small degree. How many ranks of it did you take, though?
One. No,
Yeah.
wait. One.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know the basics of administration? Yeah, but that's better than nothing.
So none of us are really suited to it. So, and you know what? I trust her. Okay, she's my wife. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You are married legally.
Yeah,
We are married
She's
legally.
been cool. Like
She was chill when we met her.
Yeah, we've had zero problems with her. She's not like trying to betray us or anything, as far as we know. And honestly, that's really the best you can ask of a pirate liaison.
Honestly,
She's not a pirate.
She's not really a pirate. And honestly, at this point in time, she's got to step up back in the world. I mean, like, she honestly, like, I think she was an exiled noble with her husband from was it Revolution France country?
Galt, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's from Gaul.
Yeah, Galt. Yeah, so she couldn't really return there. She's got basically a job back. Granted, it's sort of like a different.
She gets paid now, right?
She probably has a nice governor's mansion or something. Gets paid,
Yeah. Like she's basically like, she's one step down from what she used to be.
I mean, honestly, she was just a wife, probably that managed estates.
Probably has more power now.
Yeah, probably has more power now.
She's a step up then, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, her bodyguard died horribly,
Yeah.
but we bought her a new one.
Rip that guy.
Defended the other. Okay. Why don't we take our break here, and then I think we're going to be just on any kind of personal meetings people have left then, which there might be a few. Still. So anybody that needs a drink, bathroom break, snack, anything kind of like that, go ahead and take them, and we'll be back in a little bit here. My mouse sometimes disappears.
Brian.
I'm just hitting these buttons. I think we're all technically here-ish. Here enough. Alright, hey, we're back. I hit the buttons.
Ooh, we're back. Buttons have been pressed.
Buttons have been pressed. So I think everybody that you invited has said stuff, and I think all the NPCs I specifically felt like had to talk to you did. I will look over my list just to make sure.
Yeah.
But now we'll kind of like, if you have any conversations that can be after or kind of related around this, why don't we have those? Yeah, cool. I think you had one. Why don't we start with you? This is kind of happening post this. But again, like, as I said, a lot of these conversations, they're kind of not necessarily in temporal order. They're happening around the time.
Oh, a couple days.
This would be probably the next day at some point. I would approach Revia when she's alone and say, Revia, I need you to do me a favor, and I need you not to tell anybody.
Got it.
I need to dictate Diplomatic missive. Yeah, I think that's it.
Message?
Yeah. I need to send one of those. Somebody I invited to the party did not attend, and I just need to send a message, and I can't write. I would. Can you?
Wait.
Would you do that for me?
All right, on one condition, Yaalkol.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you how to write it, and you're gonna write it.
That can only go well.
And if it looks really bad,
think
I'll just
when
write
I-
it again. But
I
like,
think
we have
when
to
I
at least
say-
try.
I think when I say what I have to say, you're gonna. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've been teaching you how to write. I want to see the progress, okay?
Okay. Okay. He'll go inside his room and like sit down. He'll pull out his ink, and I imagine you guys have like a big quill for him.
It's a really
Yeah.
big comical.
No, I'm like, Yaalkol, you could do it with me. I can be next to you to help out. You don't have to do it by yourself. I just walk into your room and I sit next to you.
He sits there for a moment thinking, and he says, "Dear Captain Gilcut Goldbeard, I find myself unsurprised by your lack of effect this past evening. You have spent the majority of an ill-wrought life finding ways to inflict pain on everyone around you. Doesn't work anymore. Sincerely, Free Captain Yaalkol, fresh member of the council." And then Yaalkol will just like crumple up the paper, which he wrote nothing on, throw it to the side, and then just sit there, just like tapping the table.
And then like a little paper slides over under you that has what you said written down, with one correction for one word that didn't really fit in, the changing of some like orders to make it make maybe a little more sense.
What's the point? I won't even read it anyways.
Well, if I could get familiar with this person, we can inject a message right into his mind, baby. I need a picture of him. We can acquire it. You can get a message to him, and he has to hear it.
He looks just like me.
I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in 8-9 years, so I don't know what he looks like anymore.
Well, I, take the letter, I put it into, like, I guess, it's probably not an envelope, right? Probably like a scroll case or something. Like a little message case to keep something in. Oh, it probably is an envelope, right? Those are old.
Envelopes do in fact exist and have existed for a very long time.
I don't know why I didn't think they did. I put it in an envelope, take like the...
well, I'll tell you, because actual paper is still expensive.
Yeah.
So you could use like parchment, which rolls up more and doesn't fold. That is cheaper, so that's why normally people still use a lot of scroll cases and stuff. Though paper, if you want to use
We're
it,
rich.
yeah, you're rich. You're showing off a little bit.
You probably have your own fancy wax seal.
No, that's what I was about to say. Yaalkol, you want to breathe a little? You want to heat up the press here?
Yeah, just a little fire roils over it.
And I stamp this wax seal. Alright, I'll pay someone to get this to your father. No matter where he is on this planet. Alright?
Thank you. I don't know if it matters that he reads it.
And you know what? I'll find someone that can scry on your father so I can inject the message right into his brain.
You know what? You can do
Buddy,
that.
buddy. Pat you on the back.
Thanks.
Okay, Tantus, I pay someone 50 gold to get this message to this captain, no matter what.
Okay.
So, it's happening. Let's get into it.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, cool. Do you have any more conversations you need to lead right now?
I think the last thing I will do is just go and I'll say to Misty, hey, sorry about being weird around your siblings.
Fine, they're used to my weird friends. You've seen them.
I don't really know much about the people thing, but it was really cool getting to meet them. So thank you.
Of course.
And that's the only thing I have left.
Okay. Jacub, do you have anything you want to bring up remaining, or are you good? I don't know if you had anything else.
I think the only other thing that Jacub would do is would try to introduce Sophie and what's the genie person's name? Velia? To be like friends and be like, look, y'all can keep each other out of trouble and maybe not get kidnapped or coerced to do things. If you guys stay around
Water
here.
Girlfriend 1, meet Water Girlfriend 2.
Which one's the side piece, dude?
You know, the funny thing is, I'll let them figure it out because Jacub doesn't understand how that works.
Gotcha.
Never let them meet.
Jacob is thinking too highly of himself, considering one's a fucking genie and the other one's a Naren. Neither need Jacob.
If
Neither
anything,
need
Jacob was just
Jacob.
thinking about like
But
having two people become friends.
But they both find Jacob funny. Maybe not in a good way, hard to say.
They find him adorable.
Yeah, that's it. They find him adorable.
It's endearing.
Mm-hmm. All right. That will happen. I'll worry about what that means later on.
They say both leave you for each other.
You know what? That's That's honestly probably what would have happened, and Jacob would be okay. That sounds about right.
It's like, that sounds about right. Yeah.
That makes sense, huh?
Misty.
Yeah, I have to have a few conversations.
Okay.
For starters, I'm gonna track down, my 4 Marines.
Sure.
My 4 good friends.
The main ones.
Yeah, the main ones.
Yeah. So, Lucian's probably easy to find, and Landless and Harsk. Honestly, at this point in time, you could probably find them playing guards. Of course, Serena and Regina will be off doing their own thing, but since they're kind of a little more separated out as they join later on. Landless and Harsk do hang out a lot too. It's just it's not noticeable as much. The elf and the dwarf. But they're currently playing cards. They're just hanging around, probably in the mess hall. It's like a few days after the party, people are still cleaning up stuff. They're just kind of sitting there, kind of playing cards. Some kind of really simple game too. They're not even betting. They're betting looks to be nuts of some kind.
Fair. I will with Lucian just kind of sit down next to them.
Commander.
Arsk, Lannis.
Adam.
How's your time on the island?
Fine. Interesting native wildlife. It's been nice spending more time with Ambrose, even though I'm not going to get as much when we're on the ship. He's a good man. He's a good drinking buddy. Got to share some stories. Old man to old man.
Oh, he's a good one, yeah. Sometimes I feel like he's the only one of that ship I could really relate to. The others are so young.
Horace is gonna kind of give a chuckle. I guess we're all old in ways. I mean, no one beats, all Pointy here, but, granted, I think none of us can.
You'll outlive us and our children.
Landless will just kind of raise an eyebrow and be like, Well, you must be here for a reason. Chat with us, too.
We've known each other for how long? Years at this point.
Aye.
Our little group, the Razors, we've been through a lot.
It's true. Lucian's gonna speak up and be like, perhaps it's the strength of all of us that allowed us to live in our circumstances and eventually escape them. For me, was not to be a little corny, but love.
I know Hell Knights don't often escape their binds. But you managed.
It was easier for me and Landless. Two of us were more mercenary. Less, indoctrinated.
It did take a lot to get me out of that mindset, yeah. Sometimes I still wonder if I should have stayed, but there's no point in thinking that.
Landless will speak up. You speak of me being old, but truly a changing point in my life was going along with you leaving that. When we, the Band of Razors, left that life, we changed the kind of people we were. We still did jobs, but we chose what we did, and we kept ourselves, all of us, a code. The code which we now follow. We all regained some of our souls that we had lost.
We've done some good, yeah. It just got me thinking. There's a lot more good we could do if we weren't these mercenary types. Well, you wouldn't have to follow me if you wanted to. You're free to live whatever life you want.
Commander, I have been around not as much as my friend here, but over 100 years. And they maybe have only spent perhaps a decade of that time with you. But perhaps part of me, and I think Landless would agree, we both see as sort of a surrogate, kind of daughter to us both, as the old gentleman. Granted, I don't think he's as old as he... Yeah, he's older than me, but not that old, actually. Landless, kind of a smirk to his, much older, generally speaking, commander. And both of us, we got years on you. And, all this time outside, journeying together. We're family. I know, when we picked up Serena and Regina, those kids needed something. We put them in a better place than they were. They're, adoptees, if you will, almost, to our family. The Band of Razors has been that way. And now we find ourselves part of a bigger family, adopted into something a little bit more grandiose. I've always been a little bit more of the talkative out of the lot of us down here on the lesser side, after you. But, we'd follow you wherever at this point. And honestly, I think most of us don't have a place to go otherwise. My immediate family long since dead. Me clan wants nothing of me. You should know, you remember, I was banished from my home long ago. Perhaps I could make amends now after all these years. It has been more than 60. But I have had no need to return. And of course, Lucian will add his 2 cents and be like, you know what I will say. My place is always by your side. If you wish me to settle down somewhere and wait for you to return, not worrying about my safety, I would argue, but I am ever yours to command.
No, I will need all of you at my side for the coming days. Felix is at our door. That much you know. I assumed you can gather.
Landless will speak up. They've always been at our door. It's not the first time that we've had to deal with those from Chelix that would find themselves glory hunting old escapees. Granted, this seems a little bit more grandiose than most of our previous adventures.
It does indeed, and I think we're in a much better position to do what we need to do. So I will propose this to you three. The razors are old, dull. Quite honestly, I need something new. I know what I want, and if you will follow me, I intend to walk the path of an Inquisitor again. Though this one, for the Shackles, I would be there first.
My love, you never gave up your skills. You always honed them. I understood that the part of you that used those abilities scared you because of everything you did. But I could see that they've always been there. And if you are willing to understand and accept them, I think it would be good for you. A growth. Your connection to magics. The skills you learned. They're not something to fear. They're something to find a new way to embrace. What he said.
I'll sort of pull out that holy symbol of Asmodeus and place it on the table. It's no secret who I once served, but now I have better gods to serve. Do you think one of you could smash this thing into pieces?
I mean, I'd suggest your big strong man, your strapping young lad. Lucian's gonna kind of like roll his eyes, and then of course, just kind of pick it up and pull out his mighty blade and strike it true. His greatsword down on it, kind of just smashing it on the ground, probably embedding it into the floor a little bit. Of which one of the courtesans will sort of kind of come over and complain a little bit. Something about not drinking as much. It's like be careful how much you're drinking. We have to repair it when it happens. Cut back on the rum. Harsk and Landless are going to actually be chuckling a little bit. Landless surprisingly a lot more than Harsk, who definitely would chuckle. But you can see Landless is obviously kind of like hiding a little, like a.
Well, not as freeing as I thought it would be, but it was satisfying to see that thing break finally. I've worn it as a reminder for all those years, but I don't need it anymore.
Nut?
Sure.
They're pretty good. They're some kind of strange nut that's found in the jungle here. I think they called it Macadamian.
Well, it's a strange name for such a thing.
Don't ask me.
Well,
Ambrose knows all about cooking with nuts and stuff and fruits and local stuff in the jungle. It's been
this food has certainly tasted a lot better now that it's not on a ship.
He's also had a chance to grow himself a little bit. Drinks a little less. Doesn't have the steel liver like myself. It's the advantage of being a dwarf, as he's kind of patting his belly a little bit.
Well, we've got cards. A whole day of nothing to do.
Yeah, they're like playing what probably is equivalent to like, I don't know what game you'd have, but it's like something like akin to like a Go Fish, you know, like just like a not like a complex betting game, just like a simple one. It's almost kind of like silly and simple. So yeah, they'll deal you. You'll play some cards for a while.
Yeah.
Revia, did you have any major conversations left? Sounds like
I don't think so. I don't think anyone's left to talk to. They have done everything.
Okay. Then Misty, what are your other conversations you wish to have?
Well, there's so much talking.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
I'm gonna go find a good captain dragon man.
Yeah.
Alone, without Revia.
Okay.
Which can only go well, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know where Yaalkol usually hangs out. I assume his quarters.
No,
he's got a whole ass fortress, so.
No, so this is literally I've sort of migrated from always hanging out in my quarters to sort of milling about the island most days. So you probably actually find me sitting on the beach, just sort of just hanging out, staring at the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying the ocean.
Yeah, usually do. What's up?
It looks different from on land, doesn't it? Than your ship. A lot more peaceful.
Yeah. Guess I'm used to fighting it so much that you forget that when you're not trying to ride it, it can be kind of beautiful.
I've sailed on this sea for as long as I can remember. It's nice to enjoy it once.
Yeah. And it's, I think too often we forget to just enjoy for a bit.
You're gonna need some relaxation. You've got a big role coming up, don't you? Council now. Don't live a very dull life.
Yeah. People like me don't expect much out of life. So, I take what I want. No one's been able to stop me yet. One day they will, though. It's always a bigger fish.
What do you want out of life? Obviously, you've got your pirate captain thing, but there must be something else you want.
I want a world without chains. One where nobody spends their life with a master over their head.
Is that what you would push for on the council?
It is. My position on the council will be exclusively anti-slavery. This is the one thing in which I will stand firm. In all other things, I am open to new ideas. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't know what I was doing when I became captain. I just sort of let Revia do everything, but it feels like that's not acceptable any longer. She's done an excellent job, but people are going to start asking me questions and expecting me to know shit. I don't know.
And I'll tell you a very big secret. No one knows anything. Everyone's just guessing.
Yeah. Kind of what I figured out. It's a little scary, isn't it?
A bit, yeah.
But then I just look at the water.
You expect those above you to know what they're doing and do what's best for people.
I don't think I've ever expected that.
everyone I've known that has lorded over other people have used it for some bad end. I've never seen somebody use power for good.
Maybe I was just blind then.
No, I think maybe there is somebody who could wield power for good. I just haven't met him yet.
Well, I enjoyed the power I wielded for a time, but I'm happy I don't have it anymore.
I prefer freedom to power.
I still kind of reach into her pocket and pull out that shattered holy symbol. Not as
What's that?
ceremonious as I would have liked it to be, but
I don't know what to say.
well, I've been with you for a while now. I've had enough time to judge all of you and believe that I've been judging you.
How'd I do?
Well, a little rough around the edges, but no worse. Fair.
I've heard worse.
I have been thinking about what I want, and I think what I want is to follow someone who has something worth believing in. The world without chains sounds pretty nice.
Well, I have to say, following has felt a whole lot like leaning on all my friends. But, thank you. If there is a challenge ahead of us, and I know as hell there is, just glad that you're on our side.
Well, perhaps you'll be less happy to see that when you see what I can really do.
I think you'll find that I'll be much more happy when I can see what you really do. And I'll stand up and the walk over and just sort of like, just very like tender, but also just like very distantly. I'll just like reach out like at my full extension and I'll like touch your like forearm and then like put my hand back to my side.
As you do that, you will actually just be pulled into an actual hug.
Yaalkol will for a moment do the thing where he just leaves his hands at his side, but then he'll just slowly bring his hands around to complete a real hug.
You do know how to give a hug.
Yeah, just yeah.
And there's something you could help me with, you know, with your new fancy seats.
What's that?
I intend on becoming the Shackles' first Inquisitor.
Is that so? What's that mean? I know I've been making jokes, but like what did you actually do?
It's a very dark job, and not a pretty one.
2 jobs in the Shackles are nice jobs.
I have killed a lot of innocent people, tortured many more. All because someone in a seat of power said they were doing something against the faith.
Yeah.
But
Did
no
you
more.
believe?
I did for a time. I believed I was doing the right thing, that I was helping Shackles.
Well, if you intend to use your power, then we'll find a place to use it for something good in the world. The world's got a lot of crap.
Well, it's pretty shit, yes. But people like you make it a little better.
I think I just make it a little bit more interesting.
Interesting is always better. I guess see Misty's kind of look over past the fortress to like a little clearing area. I think over there would be nice.
For what?
My house. When I'm done here with all of it.
I'll look over and just sort of like cross my arms and just nod approvingly and say, "Yeah, I think you should stake a claim. I like that idea."
First dibs, you know? Not really sure what that means. I've just heard Revia say it a bunch.
Yeah, that's kind of how I've been getting my my new phrases. Just listen to whatever the crew's saying and just start repeating it. Eventually, someone corrects me when I say it wrong.
Well, I'm just old.
I don't think anyone in this world is ever really understanding what's going on. At least I never have.
Like I said, we're all just guessing.
I think from there, Yaalkol will just sort of stare off at the sea for a little while with Revia and then just quietly walk back to the ship.
Oh, where'd Revia come from?
Not Revia. Jesus Christ, Misty.
Oh, was Revia here the whole time, huh?
Yeah, it was me, Revia, the whole time.
I always had disguise.
It's like you thought you could have an emotional moment with someone else, fucker.
No,
Just find out Revia's just super jealous.
No, I'm probably out trying to fish Grinner out of his tank.
At least you don't need to worry about feeding him.
Yeah, the crew does that enough with their fucking hands.
He's always hungry, okay?
Fucking
He never
ate
has
Jimmy.
enough.
Jimmy's probably dead now because he's been eaten.
Jimmy!
No, Jimmy's fine. He learned his lesson after he lost his hand.
He's got an arm off.
Is fishing Granner out of the tank the way you're gonna lose your hand?
Yeah.
Well, I have a duel of Grinner that I will one day lose a finger to.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, true.
Luckily, I'm a level 11 character, so I'm less likely to get munched by Grinner than most.
It'll happen when you least expect it.
It will happen one day.
What we'll do is we'll cast Awakening, and then that spell that gives animals like human arms and legs, and he can come out of the tank and do it to you.
Anthropomorphic animal.
Yeah,
Well,
there you go.
Why would Grinner do that? Grinner
Because
loves
he's
me.
like a
I feed him.
chaotic evil monster.
You know, look. Alright, you're judging Grinner too hard.
Fuck Ritter, you dick.
What has Grinner done to you?
For when he is, though.
Look, you know, he might have been exposed to some kind of weird magics and gained some dark powers, which would also be
You don't
used
know
to
what
murder
that fucking
things.
dwarf did to him.
That's based. I love it.
I feel like 90% of the things we come into contact now are cursed by monstrous items.
By dwarf, yeah.
Yeah, cursed by
We're
monstrous.
just all trailing behind him, so we're just finding the shit he throws overboard.
Yeah, we're fishing. We're just fishing his problems out of the ocean.
Ah, good times, good times.
Ocean's problem is just the funniest fucking name.
That's a throwaway meme.
Is it called the ocean's problems because they find horrible things and throw it into the ocean?
Yeah.
That occur?
The honest to goodness real joke, just to say it is, it's because this character was in another game where he literally just like threw something into the ocean, was like, it's the ocean's problem now.
Yeah. For context, real quick, this dwarf existed in the game Lightning Ram, where we found a bunch of cursed ass amulets and we're like, we don't want to touch these. Here, you deal with them. And he took them back to town and was like, oh, it's the ocean's problem. Just hucked them off the dock.
Granted, we weren't really sure they were cursed at the time, but the results weren't good.
The results were a kaiju.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Crabzilla showed up, shooting like lasers from his eyes or something. I can't remember exactly.
Crabulon came up to shore and
Yeah.
wanted to tussle.
Yeah.
I should change the monster I have for Friday and just take that one.
Fucking Crabulon, yeah.
Crabula. Anyway, all right. Well, I can think of at least one
please give me a break.
conversation that was good to be had. You wanted to talk with the eel.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Yes.
Revia wanted to do that.
Yeah, I probably walked to the eel's place.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You know, I stroll up, walk to his like hideout. I know where it's at. Hey, you in there, eel?
He'll kind of like move out and be like, what do you want?
We need if possible, you to get us something we can action on, to get some evidence of Harrigan's deals with Chilex. If we could get it before the month, that would be most beneficial.
I'm afraid that's not as easy as you think.
I don't think it's easy.
I
Pay you extra.
I can see what I can do.
All right, I trust you're doing what you can, to be honest, because I'm sure Harrigan has, you know, expects some shit like this.
Harrigan is a very tricky man. Very dangerous man.
If you can find us this information, as I said, we'll pay you extra.
I can see what I can do, of course. I have some connections in the criminal world, and perhaps there are some folks that have worked with him or worked for him before that might know things. I'm surprised you haven't asked your cook.
You know, that's on my to-do list. I figured I would tell you the information now, so you can make sure you work on that. Ambrose is my next stop. You need a bluff check?
If you're gonna lie about that, sure.
I'm completely lying. I was not gonna go talk to Ambrose at all.
Okay.
Oh, that's real bad, dude.
Let's go.
That's a 7.
He's likely gonna see I'm talking out of my ass.
Yeah, I was totally gonna do that.
He's just gonna kind of go, Well, regardless, perhaps you should. Even if you weren't originally thinking of that. Remember, he had many a year with Harrigan. Granted, I don't think he had quite the year that I did during my time on the ship as an officer. But still.
Yeah, you know, as I said, that was my next plan. Right after I talked to you. See you later, Eel. You know, let me know if you find something.
Yes, he'll return back down the stairs from the area of the ruins. You know, he'll have kind of like walked halfway the stairs from where he was set up to meet with you.
I'll walk away from this.
He's a
God,
halfling, right?
he's weird.
This guy's a halfling?
Yes.
Yeah, this is why I don't trust halflings, dude.
That dude has to walk up fucking Cyclops stairs.
I don't question it.
He kind of actually just kind of climbs up them in a way. It's kind of
fucking dude.
It's a lot of work. Hey, Eel, do you want slopes built?
Fucking elevator, dude.
if I need to adapt something, I'll figure it out. But thank you.
Okay.
I'd
Good
rather
luck, dude.
less people know about my presence here. Currently, there are, what, half a dozen of you? Let's keep it to that.
Well, there's like, I think 7 more specifically, but yeah. I guess half a baker's dozen. Rounded up.
You don't even have the sense motive, just have the look of like, just like whatever. It's not like.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. It was so good, okay? I walk away, satisfied, but I may have looked embarrassing here, alright? But I won.
Did you? Did you
I
win?
did win. At the cost of everything.
Alright. So certainly the eel will do his best to look into information for you and see if he can get any more actionable information.
Did we want me to talk to Ambrose first, or another Myste? All right. I'll go talk to Ambrose. And whoever wants to be there can be there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ambrose.
Hi, Revia. Lot of excitement at the party. Glad things ended up going well.
Yeah, werewolf dude is kind of scary there for a second.
That he is. Most of the captains are like that.
So, let's go upstairs.
All right.
Yeah, private place to talk. Yeah, sensitive information. You know what I mean?
All right. He'll have someone, take over what he's working on. He's like, and he'll kind of go upstairs. Requio. Can you move out of the office for a minute? One of the bosses wishes to speak to me about something. So Aldessa just kind of like, she's, managing the fortress affairs, basically. She's kind of like, in charge of, like, housing, food and stuff, kind of thing like that. So she just kind of like, it's like, distracts herself from her little office that she has. Is like, all right, feel free to use it. Let me know when you're done. I was working on arranging for when we need possible more guests and what we'll need to look after things. I'll have a full report on that later on for you.
Thank you. Just give that to Lady Smithy.
I understand.
Thank you.
What you want to talk about?
So it's about Harrigan. I know you worked there for a long time. Now keep this quiet. We've only told this to Tessa. We know Harrigan is working with Chelix in some fashion.
Where'd you hear about that?
Your trust, yeah. What's 8 people?
Mm-hmm. Also, he did tell you to let him know about that he was around.
Yeah. Old officer, the eel, the halfling.
I don't know the name. He said, tell him Myske said hi.
Oh, Myske, I think is his name he gave.
Myske.
Yeah, a real
it's
nasty
name I
person.
haven't heard in a while.
Well, he was around. To give you full disclosure, he was the one that caused all the problems during the party.
I'm surprised there wasn't more death then.
Well, luckily he talked to me alone at first, and he offered information. And as much as I wanted to kill him in the moment, luckily I wanted to kill whoever hired him more than killing him, because the one who hired him is the one that really did it all. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It was Harrigan, if you couldn't guess.
I could guess.
And he told us that Harrigan has made a deal with Chelix, and he's relatively trustworthy. Like, scale of 1 to 10, he's about like a 5.
I
And
don't
for
know
pirates,
if I
that's
put that
impressive.
much for that man. Perhaps.
Well, that's like 5's not good. It's like, it's a 50-50 chance.
That man is crueler and darker than Plug or Scourge ever were.
Oh.
Prisoners of Harrigan's were not treated well. In fact, while he was on the ship, I don't think one survived. He would create bombs like any good alchemist. Electrical ones, which he'd use to torture and kill the captives. I think he got some kind of pleasure from tormenting people.
Yeah. He seems like a horrible sort. I'm not gonna lie.
As
But-
whether he be trustworthy on this or not, well,
I'm paying him, so I guess, he goes where the money is. He doesn't like Harrigan.
no. I sensed when he left the boat there was something going on. Some kind of reason that he left. Harrigan is really only open to listen to people and watch them when he feels like it's necessary. A person leaving the boat didn't really care. But I could feel there was some kind of animosity.
Meow.
I find it strange that he got hired on again. Unless Harrigan has something on it.
It's something like that.
Well,
We're paying him to find to help us find the location or any evidence of Harrigan's deal with Chilex, and we could then raid the location and take the evidence. Wondering if you would have any ideas.
I know Harrigan would raid Chilaxian vessels. He would head to the northern Shackles, specifically to head to that area. But I also know that he had some connections at some of the ports in Chilex. I thought it was always a catch-22, selling back some of the goods he stole from them. I know he picked up Myste, or whatever he's calling himself now, in Chilex. I knew that much.
Yeah. Those ports are too far for us to even, too risky for us to even try anything with.
Aye, it was brazen. Raid Chilex and then sell things off in their ports. Certainly, having some kind of connection there makes sense. Maybe someone that'll look a blind eye to selling stuff. Whether this connection means something deeper, well, perhaps Myske suspects that. I, for one, am unsure. Harrigan never felt like a man that'd be willing to be controlled.
He probably thinks he can win in the end. Whatever deal he's made or bargain he's struck. That's how it usually is.
Perhaps. Harrigan is no fool. So I think we should be thinking less about what's going on with him in Chilex. And more what's going on with him in the Shackles.
Well, he wants rulership of the Shackles.
Perhaps.
Or Dominion.
I didn't have really a chance to sit down and chat with the old commander. But I know that man. You invited him to this party, and he came. The only reason he would come, well, I think he was taking a look at what you got here.
He also likely wanted to, it was part to intimidate Myske into performing the act as desired. Myske certainly thought so, or was worried about it.
Perhaps. When did you think our saboteur joined us?
I don't think we ever figured that out, did we?
You guessed probably around the time of the rum.
He got on around the time of the rum when we raided it. I think he may have been on the ship and then jumped onto ours, stowaway.
See, the thing is, I think it's too convenient to say he was intimidating someone. I don't think he would have been here just to intimidate a man he hired on to sabotage things, or to make sure it went correctly. To be honest, you've already proven to be a challenge. You beat him in the regatta. You've probably in his eyes insulted him.
Oh, yeah, that was the goal.
The problem is, you've insulted a man that is probably not to be taken lightly. You're familiar with the Wormwood, yes?
Yeah, well, I was press ganged for
Of course.
a couple weeks.
Do you know how many ships he has under his flag?
Do I? I don't think so, right?
No? You don't?
No, someone probably knows. Like you.
Oh, I do. Dozens.
Yeah.
Perhaps even more
Yeah.
that he can call upon, that have connections with him. He's done a good job of creating connections. Ones that are usually not so friendly, but nonetheless connections.
Mm-hmm. So he's likely scouting out our defenses on this fort, what we have, where he could potentially attack us.
I mean,
I don't know if he...
you did just bring him here, and perhaps in a way, insult him by showing off your stuff. If he wasn't planning on it before, I worry he might be planning something now.
But if we know he's planning something, that means we can prepare.
Perhaps.
He'd probably get a druid out by those reeves, help set us up something as a defensive mechanism we could activate. It's really hard to get into this bay with a lot of ships.
It is. But the thing is, there's plenty of places here that make it easy to invade. You only have one fortress set up, and a few defenses. Gotta be honest. As much as I feel like we're generally defended here, it's probably going to take years to set up something that would be a good defendable spot. To build everything that's needed to make this island secure. It's a time-consuming thing to build a fortress, to build a city, to build defenses. I've seen towns grow, I've seen how long it needed. Places that we've visited over the years in the Shackles that have grown from small villages to fortresses to bastions of a free captain. If you're lucky, maybe it'll have that. If not, I think it's something to consider. Maybe, perhaps, you could reach out to some of your newfound friends on the council. See if anybody would be willing to assist you if something came up. I don't know if they would be. Many of them might not be willing to fly their own flag, and certainly, as much as you've joined the council now, I get the feeling that if something happened, they might not be willing to lift a finger.
We likely would have Tessa's aid.
Would she be able to?
Not
aid you?
alone. But we have good relations with the Master of Gales, which we can work on. And what's the half sea elf dude? I forget his name.
The
Captain and Captain Daramar.
All three of them
We,
you have good relations with. But the question is different from, are you in good relation with them? And would they be willing to go to war for you?
Well, that's why we got to work on them specifically. Get those good relations into some sort of defensive path. But if we could prove Harrigan is working with Chelix, they are more likely to help and defend us from Harrigan.
Well, I wish you luck on that one. I trust that you know what you're getting into with Myste. As for Harrigan himself, I wouldn't put it beyond him, as I said, but I never saw anything directly. My time was always spent on the Wormwood. It's unfortunate that I was also below deck most of the time. I know that we would stop at islands. But where they are, I actually can't tell you. I know of Harrigan's bases of operation, not where they are in the Shackles. Spend most of your time below deck, working in the kitchen. Means that the few times you are up on deck and seeing things, you don't get a full picture of where you're traveling to and where you've been.
And just to be clear, gonna mix analogies here, but I don't trust what was his name again?
The eel.
Mint?
You just saw on the eel.
Yeah, the eel with a 10-foot pole. All right, I want him across the room from me at all times. But sometimes you gotta make deals with people and hope it works out.
Hope that the money you're giving him is enough to keep him in check.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess he lives up to his new... I'm sorry, but I believe he probably lives up to his new namesake, from what I remember. He's a slippery one.
If it's about Harrigan, I think he will be reliable enough to an extent. If he can get us a location to raid, we can raid it. We're building our own armada. We have, I think, about 7 captains at this point, sworn allegiance. Several others being rallied by our other crew.
Seems like a fine number of ships, so far. But again, I think if Harrigan pulled out all the stops, you could maybe have 30, 40 ships, maybe even more. I don't think he would yet. But I know he's a dangerous man, if he gets angry enough. That's what I've been worried about, especially inviting him here. Might have worked on those nerves. He might do something a little bit more hot-tempered.
That benefits us the most because we're the craziest motherfuckers on the Shackles, I think.
But you're also his target in a way.
Well, I mean, I think in the ends, Ambrose, this is we're heading into the climax of our conflict. I think this is mostly inevitable since me and Yaalkol particularly want to kill him.
I have no love lost for the man, but to war is not something I would wish on any of us. And a pirate war is a dangerous one.
I'll start writing letters.
Just be careful.
Hey, you stay safe, okay?
As long as you keep the island in well shape, I will be.
I'm gonna go write some letters to all of the captains I know.
Okay.
Now I say that to Ambrose and I walk out because now I haven't worked.
Okay. Alright, I think we can go quickly back to Momo. Did you have anything else? I thought you had one more.
Specifically have a conversation with the leadership.
Okay. Sure. You'll easily be able to find him, of course.
Yeah, easy enough. Want to go for a walk?
Sure. You'll head, like, probably down the beach somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
Plenty of beaching in this area.
Beach getting a lot of use.
Yeah. What do you want to chat about?
What do we do after all of this, I suppose? When it's all said and done, and, you know, we're tired of it all.
I always think about the future. But I know there's so much that we've been through that makes it very difficult for us to button down anything. We've traveled across many an ocean, fought many enemies. When you accepted me, it was the greatest day of my life. And I've been here at your side ever since.
You have, yeah.
What form that takes, I will agree with.
Honestly, I think once everything's settled and the dust is done and Chelix is repelled, I think I want to retire. Well, I've set up enough people to have their own little inquisition, I think.
I can accept retirement. Not that tired yet, but honestly, if you wish to settle down, there are plenty of wonderful places too. Made plenty of friends.
We have friends aren't in short supply, it's true. We've got the whole island we could pick from.
This place is beautiful. Don't get many chances to enjoy the scenery of the many places we visit. Doesn't
No,
involve blood and
usually
sweat.
a little busy fighting. It's been nice to have some downtime.
It's been a little hard not to let ourselves get rusty. But a few spars here and there have been fine enough.
Well, you're going to need the sword, I'm sure.
My blade has been stained with much blood in the name of our togetherness. It will be until the day that it needs to be rested. And growing old and letting the end come with you, something I've always felt would be fine. I know I couldn't have asked for your battle to be over until you wanted it to. But I am ready for when you wish for it to be over. And until that day happens, as for always it has been, my sword arm is at your side.
Well, don't get too rusty. I think we still have a lot to do, unfortunately, and once we get back on that ship, there won't be as much privacy.
And perhaps until the ship sets sails again, we should spend as much time as we can.
I would like that.
It's been unfortunately many a year before we've had as much time together. Let us continue our walk and
Yes.
enjoy more of the lovely beach. We have a nice time together. So, there's one last thing I wanted to bring up at the very end, if there's nothing else anybody has, and that's that there is currently A mechanical bird.
Yes, I have not
Oh.
told anyone about that yet. I will gather the party. Probably somewhere, I don't know, we probably have offices in this damn fortress at this point.
Yeah. There was a building with offices you could have converted.
Yeah,
to
I assume we've repaired that by now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I assume everything in the fort's repaired.
pretty much is. Yep.
Right, sorry to interrupt your little vacation, but we have work to do.
Work? What do you mean?
I pull out a clockwork bird and put it on the desk. Found this
That's
thing.
adorable.
Did you make this yourself? That's an A, right?
I didn't. I found it actually.
What did you name it?
I haven't named it yet, but
You have to name it.
I don't get attached to it if it breaks.
Name it,
No.
But if
please.
it doesn't break, then you never have named it, and you waste a lot of time having a name
Name it later.
clockwork pet.
But I believe it's related to one of those treasures you're hunting.
Oh. Which one?
I gotta find the fucking hand.
The Lost Messenger. It is a clockwork toucan made of pure silver. That's presented to you.
I also found this amulet. I don't really know what it does, but I've been wearing it for a while.
Jacob could identify it.
And say like you could have asked. You know, we're
I don't
friends
want to
now.
bother anyone.
No.
Well,
According
you
to
had
you,
your
we're
party and things to do. And
That's like his job.
well, Jacob has like a girlfriend now, and you can't really separate.
He has,
someone
like,
from
two.
that. What?
And
Didn't think
Yeah.
that,
they're,
didn't
they're
you?
great people. They're awesome. They're
Both
awesome,
of
right?
the ocean-aligned creatures.
I'm not here to judge.
I'm not either. I think it's cute.
I don't- I
Pretty sure
don't-
your
I don't-
boyfriend, slept with your parents, so. I think
He's
you
not
felt
my
weird
boyfriend. We're friends with benefits, okay? There's no emotional attachment.
Still is weird.
You know,
You're like
Hey,
blushing.
my mom and dad are great, okay? If they want to fuck him, they can. Who am I to judge?
Anyways,
We're the Shackles, baby.
Keeping the family.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay, leave. Leave. That was too far. You cannot talk about our family like that, Jacob.
I don't know why people do all that.
Why did you say that?
It's just gross.
wait, that's a little uncalled for.
That was fucked up.
I
It's
meant
common
like
enough
that.
in some places. But
I mean, to be honest, I kind of meant that as like that's your kind of baggage.
No,
to
don't
go,
defend
right?
it, Jacob. Don't defend it.
just take the L. I don't know if I say that right, Revia. I'm trying to
Said it right.
be
I love it. You said it so good. Oh my god, Misty saying it. It's
trying
perfect.
trying new things.
You like aged backwards 5 years just with that one sentence.
If I did that mean I'd have my legs too.
You know, now you just made it awkward.
Anyways, I don't know if you wanted to go after this treasure or not, but
Hell yeah.
There's a third.
I mean,
No,
I'll
cool,
take a
the
look
compass.
at it.
Oh, I can tell you what your amulet does.
What does my
It has
amulet
3
actually
effects.
do?
You're permanently under a non-detection.
Okay.
At will, you can use discern lies. And if you wear it for a year, then it will enchant you that after the year, speak with dead no longer works on your corpse.
That's pretty useful.
Yes.
Cool item.
Oh, I also can use detect
Alignment?
secret doors.
Oh, neat.
Hey,
I've-
that's useful for an Inquisitor.
So how many? What's it do with discerned lies?
It can cast it at will.
Shit.
At
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Huge.
That's a solid item for an Inquisitor.
That's like pretty good. Let's actually
All
put
that
that,
skills.
I'm gonna actually put that spell on my spell list now. Or the spell like ability. I guess.
Yeah. What's the DC on it?
It is. I will have to figure that out.
Cool. Sounds good.
So it uses
Because
discern
that-
lies.
It's always good to
secret-
know.
Detect secret doors and discern lines are at will. Non-detection is constant. You can have the thing, and also because it's meant to like detect lies and secrets, so you can also use I think a number of times per day, which is undetermined, detect thoughts too.
Okay. Yeah, just give me that information you figured out.
Yeah. So
Why
Wait.
the fuck do I still have plus on this sheet? Not blessed.
and for it's surprisingly not cursed, honestly. When it comes to like these weird items, this one's not cursed because it's just some person spent a lot of money to have a sea witch make a very powerful magic item for them.
Honestly.
You know, maybe the same sea witch you met, just like that very powerful sea witch is just like, can you make this like powerful magic item? It's just like, fine, you know, how much money are you paying me? Okay.
She was like pretty cool. I mean, Yaalkol those are a favor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hey, we still don't know what happens.
That's
when it's
Adventure
dominant
6, ya cool problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is Plug and Scourge. That's an adventure. That's after Harrigan. That's adventure. That's chapter 7.
Yeah. So this bird is for the Lost Messenger legend, which will lead. I guess will lead us to like a cool treasure.
And maybe there we'll find another part of Yaalkol's compass.
And Lost Messenger, if you do not recall, is long ago there was a jeweler and clockmaker of much renown, and he was renowned within his home, but there's those who were jealous. So he was driven from his home by a rival and exiled to the Shackles. So he became part of a pirate crew for some of his more mechanical skills, basically as a fixer. You know, he basically found a job as like a carpenter on a ship. But he was a tinkerer by heart, and would tinker away his inventions in art. The ship is said to have run aground, and effectively everybody died, as far as people know. The ship was run aground and everybody died. The ship sank. Legends has it that the artist survived and made himself a little workshop upon the island as the last survivor, where he sent out this toucan to hopefully find a way back, someone that could find his way back to them. But unfortunately, the bird never returned to help him. It basically got lost until it was found now in the Magne Cove, or around that area, in the jungles of the Magne Cove. So yes, Myste discovered this toucan.
On my many misadventures,
Yeah.
in the 2-month period I was gone.
Yeah. It honestly could lead you somewhere if you could figure out how to get it to do that, because it never went home. You don't know how to deliver its message, which is probably a good thing too, which was supposedly a message for help. So, it's a bird.
One of you could look at it. You know, you're a little bit more magically inclined than I am.
So, Jacob.
One of you.
I mean,
I'm very magically inclined, thank you very much. I just don't know shit about magic.
Well, I know. Okay, so I can definitely help you figure that out. But are you looking to return this carrot back to his owner?
Well, it said it'll lead us to the treasure. That's the legend.
Wait, does it? When I touch it, does it turn on and stuff? Does it like move?
Yeah, it's a construct.
Does it speak?
Probably makes a weird shrill noise,
I don't think they spoken any words.
but doesn't speak words. It's like some kind of weird fake bird call, like very mechanical bird call.
I quite imagine Yaalkol would sound like if he made a bird call through like a synthesizer.
Yeah, something like that.
Uh,
Roll Knowledge Arcana to see what you know about
And once you
constructs.
picked it up, it seems like, everyone has a little pet on the ship. except
Honestly, it's a very unusual construct. Most constructs, clockwork constructs are rare. They are a type of construct that folks have been dabbled into. But certainly most of them are very simplistic in comparison to this. As you kind of like look at it, because the creature itself is very... It doesn't really fight you, because you kind of hold it and kind of like look at it. It kind of makes some movements and stuff, but it seems to be like there's something odd about it. Like maybe like something's like broken or wrong with it, but it's hard to tell because it's like a construct and like you can't see any visible damage. But certainly like it's a skill that's definitely very rare and unique to create something like this.
Okay. So I kind of say that to Myste. It seems to be broken somehow. I would need to take a look at it a little more. I can maybe try casting a magic spell that I've been using to kind of do some repairs around the fort.
That probably won't work on it. It's not an object. I will tell you, you know that for sure. The unfortunate thing is, you're not an expert on constructs, so this is kind of a little outside of your wheelhouse, probably.
We'll find someone.
I mean, doesn't Nat make items and
That makes
stuff?
guns.
Construct craft is its own unique thing, aka
Yeah.
there's a feat for that.
Yeah, craft construct is the whole thing.
We'll go to Quen, and we're in Fort Peril. When we stop at Quen and Port Peril, we'll like see if anyone knows about constructs there.
Alright.
They might be big enough cities you can find someone.
All right, that's like it seems like our best bet, right?
I would say so.
Although
I mean,
we do got some time while Mr. Eel is looking for information. I did talk to Ambrose. He didn't know any specific locations, although I give them the rundown of what I talked to Ambrose about, so I don't have to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
would I know, or is there a check that someone can make to figure out, see if we know a construct creator or heard of one?
local?
Maybe local.
like a high DC though.
It'd be very
Yeah.
high DC because it's sort of like there isn't really like an
It's
infamous.
super rare.
It is very rare, and unfortunately, it's probably very, very rare in the Shackles. I'm going to say there probably are some people that can do construct work in the Shackles, but probably not many. And also the question is, what are they doing with their trade? Most of them might be, like, honestly not doing their trade or something like that, or doing something simple. So, like, if you want to try a local check, if you get high enough, I can say something.
I'll try it. I'm gonna give myself true skill.
Okay.
Ooh,
And
fancy.
that's 6. That's 6 to my. Oh, it says half my cast level. So what's that? 6 or 5?
You are
And round
11,
down.
so it'd be
5,
5.
so
Because
Always round down.
It's always round down unless it says. It'll tell you if it rounds up.
you will always specify.
Yep. And if it doesn't, round down.
Eh.
Does that include the bonus?
Yes.
Okay. Then, unfortunately, certainly you've heard stories of people that do that kind of thing in the Shackles, but you have not encountered
Higher
any,
local than you.
or directly heard of any. So it's sort of like, it is a little bit of knowledge outside of your purview, unfortunately.
Yeah, sorry. I haven't really spent a lot of my studies on constructs. I don't know if you guys know someone who's an information broker that might help us.
Again, I'll also say this one is also very unique because it is a clockwork construct, which is like very specific type of constructs.
Are we paying a visit to the halflings again?
They know secrets. Do we have anything to trade?
I don't believe we have any more secrets to trade. You haven't found anything interesting.
That's true. I can give the eel his real name.
I don't know if that's really worth it much.
Yeah.
Do they only take secrets? Like, can we do service
Well, we can
for them?
pay them, but like
They did. I mean, they like secrets, so
we have a working relationship.
I mean, I have a few secrets, but I'm a nobody, so
You know,
What a-
well, you're not nobody, Misty. Okay, you're part of our crew. All
Well,
right.
actually, I'm
You're on
not
the pirate
really a
council.
nobody. Everywhere I go, they keep talking about me blinding a dragon turtle. It's kind of exhausting.
Pretty badass. Anyway, we can think about it on the open sea because we gotta go get some plunder to give to the eel.
Yes, there was a deal made, and you need to pay.
All right.
Yup.
So, having had a relaxing vacation as time works on towards the big meeting, you will set sail for adventure once more. And that's where we'll leave off this season as you kind of sail out into the sunset once more to raid pirates. And perhaps, at some point during this adventure, look into a man who can help you with clockwork. Man or woman, I should say. A person that might be able to
Someone
know
who can do it,
constructs.
maybe.
And especially clockwork constructs. Maybe, you could always try to discover what country the person came from originally, but that's like world traveling, which is
Yeah, that's like a lot of time.
yeah.
It's like a post campaign thing.
I mean, there's differences in the difficulty of that. Honestly, depending on how far the country is, it might not be difficult travel. Like, you guys could easily make an expedition to, like, Chelix or something, if you really wanted to. Granted, it's probably really bad, but,
Probably pretty dangerous, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I don't think we could like,
Got, a known fugitive.
yeah.
Yeah. But,
Um,
theoretically could. But yeah, we'll leave it here. It's a good spot to start. And I think we got everything done with a lot of little details there for adventures in the Shackles. So, good times.
Woo, we did it.
Woo! We didn't die.
Yeah.
Not that Jacub didn't try to die, or almost died, like several.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, like, you very easily could visit places like Sengor, Vidridian, the Sodlands, Midoki Island, Redoam. Those are the easy ones.
We're not on the map.
I'm just checking the map. I'm checking my map, because I looked up a world map. Chelix is a little more difficult, but probably within
That's
purview.
pretty far away.
Yeah, I don't.
That'd be like a month journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
don't
your ship's
think
pretty
we have-
fast.
It is It's not. It is magically fast, or it might not be magic.
It is magically fast. We have magic skills.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we do.
I'm pretty sure we have magic skills. Well, we have a magic. We have something magic that makes us faster.
You have a lot of
Yeah.
magic stuff.
I think we just have mechanical things that make us faster, and then there's the wheel that makes us turn faster. I think.
I mean, I don't have access to the ship sheet. I mean, I do,
You
but I
do.
don't want to open it.
Yeah.
Most because I don't know where it is.
Regardless, if you
I have it
found,
saved.
there are possibilities if you find a place, but you might not find a place. I would have to check up on some things to see what would be the appropriate country because I don't know off the top of my head. But you have even looked into that. That's an option. But we'll worry about that. We'll figure out that as we're going into maybe looking into some clockwork stuff and a meeting, a pirate council meeting to kind of hit into the first part of the next season, which will be a few weeks away. I'm gonna give it. Let's see. What's today's date? 17th. Let me check
It is
my
17th.
calendar here. So, we're gonna at least take. Let's say 2 weeks off. The 7th we'll be back in December. Would that be good for everybody?
That should be fine.
What day?
7th.
Seventh.
Because right now, the 23rd we'll take off, which is next week, which is the day before Thanksgiving. I was thinking of taking 2 weeks off just to set things up, because the unfortunate thing is this part here is a little bit more complex, because it's sort of like part A, B, and C can be done in any order. I'm going to tell you kind of how it is. That's how it is. It's sort of like the first big things you can do, any order. And then the finales, it's on its own. Kind of like the other one, unfortunately, this was a little easier, because, like, here's the island. At least, you know, there's only 2 big places. One of them you logically go to first. You know, this was a little easier.
7 works for me perfectly.
Okay.
I was just checking my school schedule to see if it was anything, since that's getting to the end of the semester.
Yep. Okay. And of course, everybody congratulate Joe. He's a homeowner, I believe he finished up. Yep. That's what he was up to today. Hopefully that 2 weeks will be enough for him to move in.
Hopefully.
I've informed him, because he will live within a driving distance, like half an hour away from me, maybe, that we have to have a housewarming party that I have to go torment him at least. Look, you know, he's within. If you're within like a half an hour away, that's torment driving party.
True.
I don't know what we do there. We don't do anything. We're weird nerds that, you know, hang out at diners at most when we hang out. Gonna meet physical people. Yeah, let's give some shout outs and for today, because that went those are some very nice conversations, and you learned some things, you know, made sure, at least for now, that this very nice man with his very weird crew of kind of I'd kind of describe them as think Innsmouth, a little Innsmouthy, where's his crew. That's probably the way to describe it. A little less undead, a little bit more Innsmouthy on the Severance.
They were
on the Severance.
They're fucking weirdos, okay?
They
Yeah,
kind of
they're pretty weird.
Yeah. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
I don't like the deal I made, but I did it for the party.
Made a deal.
Look, honestly, I'm going to tell you in the background, nothing he's doing is technically region threatening. Maybe island threatening, but not region threatening.
Hey,
I feel like he's not our problem.
you know,
This is like, they could
Since
be
I made a deal with
antagonists
him, I
for
wanna-
their own adventure.
Yeah, they're a different adventures problem.
Yeah.
yeah, you know, although my character does want to kill him just so I can break the deal,
Uh-huh.
because I don't like having deals.
You're doing that on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Yaalkol's with me.
Misty doesn't even know who the fuck they are.
Yep.
I got Yaalkol in the crew.
Who dat?
Sandra would help.
That'd be good.
Sandra, I gotta be honest, Sandra probably really wouldn't want to help, but would help if you really need her to, but would probably advise against it. Because Sandra's just like, she fights when she needs to, she does what she does. She's not really the kind that's like looking for violence.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should say, if I can find a way to break the magic deal binding, then I'm all for it.
Yeah. Sandra's chaotic good. She's like, she enjoys a good, like, pirate adventure, but, like, it's not much more for, like, it's like, if we don't need to kill them, I'm okay with this,
Yeah.
Anyway, Erik.
I have nothing to promote other than come back when we come back next season. I am excited. I will be here.
Yeah.
And I'll see you then.
Henry.
Thanks for having me again today. I appreciate all the connections formed. Just so the audience knows, Jacub is going to write in his diary that he has friends for the first time. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, thanks. But watch
Living his best life.
We're doing it.
Momo.
Everything's coming up, Jacub.
Everything's coming up, Jacob.
Coming up, Jacob. You can catch me here, obviously, as you are hearing my voice now.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm not on the show and you're just, hearing me in the back of your head.
You never know.
Yeah, the world's weird like that, right? Anyways, also discussing tabletops where I complain a lot.
I mean, it's mostly worth it.
Sometimes I also, give you advice on running your D&D games because, as we all know, I'm never incorrect.
Look,
Hey, Honda.
I try to give at least advice that's sort of like, this is just the good advice. Make your own choices after you get the good advice, because honestly... Anyway, Sal, do you have anything to shout out?
Nah, I'm chilling. I'm nearly an adult, alright? Only got a couple more months of school left, and then I have to get a job.
You mean, like,
Job.
good luck on you on that one. Good luck.
Everyone loves jobs.
Hey, listen, alright? I probably have more free time getting a job than I do at school.
Honestly, you probably will have more free time.
Yeah, that's true.
School takes up a lot of time.
It does. It really does. Especially when you have a 2-hour commute. I did that for a while. It's a hell.
I don't got that, so...
That's one way. That was 4 hours each day I was traveling.
Gross.
That's a whole ass day.
That is a whole ass day.
Listen, I be spitting facts, okay? Ain't no cap.
Fortunately, only an hour of that was driving, and the other hour was on a bus.
It
doesn't make it
really
better.
dreadful.
It doesn't make it better, honestly.
Yeah, I think the bus might make it worse.
Look,
I've seen bus people.
it was a temple bus, which is it was
The bus folk.
It was a temple bus, which most of the temple buses were just half of the temple buses were just school buses, and the other half were actually like SEPTA buses they had like bought up. So those were like the nice ones, but they had less room. So sometimes there wouldn't be enough room depending on the time of day you went. So then you had to stand.
Look, you've never lived until you went on a public bus and saw just a man eat a stick of butter.
I'm fortunate that these were like just temple buses, so that wasn't public, because that would have just been really. Now you could see a student eating a stick of butter.
Yeah, well, they need to survive. They're poor.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the butter's your best, like, dollar per calorie.
Maybe they're chewing on like a packet of dried ramen or something that they
They're just eating a raw brick of ramen.
Well, no, but that's like an actual snack you can make, right? That's like a thing. But also a waste of ramen because you lose out of a lot of the nutritional value if you don't like cook it in a soup. Like put some veggies in that.
I just imagine the shit on the back of ramen. Anyway,
I've seen people eat some weird shit on public transit.
Yeah, I avoided a lot. That's why.
I mean, listen. The weirdest thing I've seen in public transit is people smoking weed. That's about it.
Look,
It's not legal here.
You do what you gotta do.
Hashtag, yo.
I just don't know why. You're fucking. Well, they smoke weed, and they go on the fucking the rail system, and then they fucking reek.
They're good. You're gonna go to big prison.
Anyway.
No, it's decriminalized in Myste.
Anyway, hi, I'm Tatsnav and Dracovin, your Lord and Emperor here at the Dracovin Empire, and welcome. We're going to be doing more stuff this week. If you want to join me on Friday, I might finish up the Stellaris game. I honestly don't know how long I want to go. I've reached the point in time where I lost a war at the beginning of the session, and then I, by the end, got another war, and kicked the people's ass who had taken 3 of my goddamn systems, and I wanted them back. Fortunately, I had like a kind of like a crescent moon shape because of like other nations, so the 3 systems wasn't too bad, and there wasn't really there was a jack shit down there at the end of my empire, but now I have conquered a whole bunch of their planets and made them like indentured servants. They're all indentured servants or something like that. Apparently,
yeah. We use that word.
How do you like the new DLC? Is it good?
I find it interesting.
The toxoids.
My favorite thing has to be the origin, which hasn't added a lot. It's added some like weird modifiers, and it gives me some stuff that actually is pretty helpful early on. I can talk about that for a second. I did do like also like a civic and like racial traits. The civic is salvagers. It's neat. You get like when you do research on things like anything you killed in space, You get other resources from it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, like when you destroy the ships and you get to go and
the other thing is, sometimes I get, if you like had a battle with your fleets and some ships were lost, you sometimes get salvaged ships too from that. So you'd randomly like, oh hey, you also found like, oh you like got back a whole ass cruiser or corvette or destroyer. Because honestly, that's the type of ships most people have nowadays to lose them. So that's kind of cool. The racial traits, kind of weird. I don't know if I really necessarily like them. But now I went the genetic engineering route, and I have all the really good superior traits, so I'm just adding those in and just replacing all my stuff I had, because I'm like, they were neat, but they're not, like, great. The Noxious and one other one that I used. The Origin, Knight of the Taka God. Kind of cool. I like the theme of it because it's one of those things that you have like progression on, the new progression tasks.
Yeah.
And at every progression, it gives you like a nightly tale where you could interact with it for some like bonuses and stuff. So it's sort of like, one of the latest ones was the knight found some kind of like superior being in like a pocket dimension who he fell in love with, and I had options of spurning her love or going with it, and then I also had options of stealing something from her. I just had them like fall in love and have an enjoyable time, so it just gave my empire like a bonus population growth for having done this entire thing. Which is kind of this weird thing as you went on a night quest and learned things about the toxic gods. So we're like, he learned this information, and we go back to my planet where there's full of like toxic pools that take up some inventory spot where you're like, oh, no longer it takes up like slots on your planet. Instead, it gives you this bonus of like, hey, you learned from this pool how to like breed more or something. I don't know. But also it gives you a space station with like knights on it that give you unity and science for just the base cost of maintaining the population. So just the basic food and so it's like you don't have to spend extra commercial goods to do some extra unity and science. So that's why it's good early on, because you can have some extra like science and unity. It just took a little while to balance out resources because you have a secondary planet basically early on.
Ugh, crazy.
Yeah. So it took a while. It's interesting, might need to be rebalanced. But it is my favorite thing out of all of it so far. It's kind of fun. I like kind of fun for a Stellaris Origin, honestly. So I'll play more of that on Friday. I might finish it up. I'll see how I feel about it after that session. And like if I've gotten to the point in time where I pretty much could just win if I really pushed it, I might not go any farther. I don't know. I don't know if I want to play out the adventure to the end. If you missed Wrath of the Righteous today, hey, we got to Chapter 5. I'll do more of that next week. And then discussing Tabletop on Saturday, and I think that's the schedule, since we're going to be off for 2 weeks for that. I'll probably be on my normal streaming schedule even next week, because I gotta be honest, I, don't travel that far for Thanksgiving, and I, don't do any Black Friday stuff, so I will be free for both of those times. Yep. Especially for morning stuff. Maybe I'll do some extra things if I feel like organizing stuff. I'll let people know on Discord and Twitter. And I think that's it. If you missed part of this, hey, the VOD will be here on Twitch or up on YouTube in a couple days' time. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back. And Joe should be back with us after it's all said and done. He'll hopefully have all his like moving and stuff done with by then, or at least be at a point in time he can actually just join us then. We'll see. Anyway, farewell everybody. Goodbye and good evening. Oh, and next time we play, it'll be the new schedule of 3 hours. Just letting people know now. So we'll be going from 9 to midnight. We're switching the schedule next season. I talked about it. Just a reminder. Okay, bye!